on Thanksgiving Eve. McDavid, rather Podkolzin a handoff to the red-hot Leon Draisaitl. Points in 7 straight. Blocker saved by Decord off the stick of Darnell Nurse, and it comes back out to center. A reset for the Oilers. Regula for Nurse, and now Podkolzin will take it back. AT&T, as always, delivers the forward lines. Defense pairings at the top of your screen. Podkolzin with a shot easily gloved by Joey Decord.
You can see sometimes there's some sloppy play, especially early. Takes time to build into games, and fine details is what you do in practice.
Brett Kulak with a shot, easily scooped up by Joey Decord. It's sent back by Matthias Janmark. Emberson sings it off the boards. Hunted down by Jamie Alexiak. He'll get it out to center, or will he? It's held in by Nugent Hopkins here against Edmonton. Ryan Winterton out to the center zone. Jailbreak. Cartier with Wright. A shot off the side of the goal. Wright pays a heavy price. And if the Kraken can establish a good start here at home, then maybe some doubt gets in the minds of the Oilers. We'll see. Draisaitl without a stick. Ryan Lindgren. Mangiapane with a shot, gloved by Decord. Screen shot by Regula goes wide. Now Vasily Podkolzin, across it goes, and Decord says no. Coming up huge on Draisaitl.
Saddle's on that backside, and he'll shoot from any angle. Watch the pass go across. Good extension over it. Able to keep that glove in tight. Oh, he squeezes it against the post as well. That was one where obviously it goes in the glove, but you got to make sure that glove doesn't go across the goal line. So an excellent job there as Joey gets from post to post to make that one-time stop.
Joey left to go in this first period. Chandler Stevenson, Leon Draisaitl on the draw. Alec Regula with a shot pad save Decord. The puck accepted by Chandler Stevenson, read by Podkolzin. And now skate to stick Draisaitl, and Decord has none of that again. The beginning of the third period Wednesday night to tie the game at the time. Right. Cartier. His shot pawed down by Skinner. Skinner gets the paddle down on that one. The follow-up by Shane Wright. Connor Clattenburg will pin it back. He scored his first NHL goal on Tuesday night in Edmonton. Emberson off the stick of Ryan Winterton and all the way back. Oleksiak will get to it. He'll move it to the far corner. Riker Evans out to center. Cartier for Winterton with a shot swallowed up by Skinner. Earlier, 0 for 8 over the last few, and 0 for 5 here Wednesday. Stevenson's shot getting a piece with his glove with Stuart Skinner. McCann low to high, done. He'll walk the line away from Nugent Hopkins. McCann with a shot shielded by Skinner. Partial tip by Jordan Eberle. Back again. McCann, done. McCann, a bomb swallowed up by Stuart Skinner. He'll gain the zone. Here comes a fellow Finn, Capo Caco. Great to see him back. Berkeley Catton, Montour mash, and it's stopped by Skinner. Under pressure, retrieved by Nugent Hopkins. Bouchard will cruise that blue line. Nugent Hopkins downstairs, McDavid. Bouchard, Nugent Hopkins, he scores. They go tick-tack goal on the power play. 8:31 left to go, period 1. Ryan Nugent Hopkins, first game back from injury, 1-0 Oilers.
Possibly goalie interference as the play goes down through. Opportunity, it's Evans tied up with Hyman. There's the contact that goes through. Obviously the eventual goal scorer right there, Nugent Hopkins off to the backside to see a good look here. The battle with Evans and Hyman.
Passes out to center. Marchment flubs the pass that he's checked by Podkolzin. Beniers, the trailer. Marchment just high off the glass. Stevenson tried to keep it there. McDavid will fling it out to Evan Bouchard. Hyman with a shot. Stick save Decord. It's in play.
Get a day off in there as well. Get your rest. But again, you get those practice days. They mean something, especially when you don't have very many.
They can empty the tank today. Ryan Lindgren looking for his first goal as a Kraken stop by Skinner. Lindgren again. Here's Montour hinging down off a stick off Podkolzin. Recaptured by Leon Draisaitl for Andrew Mangiapane. Shut down in a hard way he was by Brandon Montour. with a one-arm shiver. Eberle creeps in. Montour through the middle. It kicks around. Off Skinner. Good chance for Mason Marchment. Brandon Montour slowly in. To the goal line and out. Chandler Stevenson. He'll stretch it out. Back for Dunn. Montour shot stopped by Skinner. No rebound. With Janmark, he'll button hook. Move it across for Ekholm. Out in front, kicked out by Decord. Decord gets to the second chance by Matthias Janmark.
On the back post as Ekholm sends this one across. Off the pad first. It's going to get right back to Janmark, throwing it through. See it go right between the post and Joey skate. There's the first opportunity. The second push right there. You have to be strong. Watch the flexibility. Gets the glove back behind, protecting underneath the skate. You saw it wedged there. And
there's 11 taken by Edmonton. Montour, Marchment, and now Catton, the 19-year-old. Right in. His shot stopped by Skinner.
Speed in space through the neutral zone. Great attacking mindset right here. See the opportunity now. Kick out. That forced the defenseman to go out wide. Gave up a little bit too much space.
Left to the far side for Catton. And the Kraken get it out. Eberle for Matty Beniers. Broken up by Emerson. The Oilers on the prowl again with Draisaitl. With a shot, he scores. A bullet well placed by Leon Draisaitl on the stick side of Joey Decord. 7:30 left to go in the second period. 2-0 Edmonton.
Opposing blue line, you get the puck outside, end up being a turnover. You're not able to handle the pass. Edmonton goes back the other way. Draisaitl takes the middle. It's a 3-on-2. You got options, but with Draisaitl in a shooter's position, you know he's going to rip that puck perfectly placed right over the pad underneath the blocker. Too much time and space for Draisaitl. He's able to pick his spot.
Montour through center ice. Catton hits a hole. He's in. Stopped by Skinner.
Seattle number 6, 2 minutes cross-checking.
I'll watch Catton use the speed to get through. The puck is rolling, not able to get that elevation. You see a nice little chip there out in front past the diving Regula. Here back to the forehand, tries to get around that right pad. Just not able to do it as well right there. You see maybe want to elevate it.
Draisaitl, good stick by Ryan Lindgren. And the puck is held in by Evan Bouchard. Nice read defensively by Lindgren, who had it for a moment. A dart by McDavid to the outside of Oleksiak. Nugent Hopkins. Bouchard, they play catch. Goes off a stick. Draisaitl off a body off Zach Hyman out in front. And it pinballs home, and he'll take it for his first goal of the season. It's a power play goal, and the Oilers have a 3-0 lead.
Well, Hyman parked out in front. He's got his stick down on the ice. A good stick there to stop the original pass to Draisaitl. Still makes it there. A little bit slower. A no-look play. Looks like that might be going to the back door to McDavid, but off maybe the stick, but definitely the skate, the right skate right there through the 5-hole of Joey Decord. And
checked on the play. Matthias Ekholm shoved again by Winterton, and the puck comes out. Hyman wins a race with McDavid. Here they come. McDavid goes wide. A shot. He scores. Connor McDavid. A hustle play by Zach Hyman creates the scoring chance. 97 goes wide, creates open space. 4-0 Edmonton.
One battle right there at the blue line going through. The pass gets across, skate to stick for McDavid. And Joey just out of position on that one, not able to seal off the short side opportunity. Wonder if he thinks this one's going back post again to Savoy or to Hyman as well. See there's just too much room in between Joey and that near side post, and McDavid's going to be able to sneak that one through.
The Kraken have a hard time getting out. The goal comes at 6:25. McDavid again from Hyman, who has 2 points today. Now Podkolzin right in. Turned out by Decord. And the Oilers take over. Nurse rolled around and picked off by McCann. Back again, Beniers to an open corner. Eberle now, McCann. Beniers with a shot. Great stop by Skinner. But the Edmonton Oilers, from their side of things, they were looking for a huge response after losing 8-3 Tuesday night at home, and they get it. Stuart Skinner, this will be his second shutout of the season, the 9th of his NHL career, and Edmonton gets it done 4-0.
up way too many grade A himself. Do not make the big mistakes and force Skinner to have to make, lunging saves, grade A scoring chance saves early in this hockey game. You always got to come out with emotion. Play with a little bit of anger like they did against Seattle Kraken. When the Oilers are angry, they seem to play better hockey.
Let's go to those are a couple of the keys, but we'll get asked for a couple specifically. Tonight's keys to the game brought to you by Ford, the official partner of your Edmonton Oilers. Ready, set, Ford. So be ready to play, be emotionally engaged. What else you got, Rob?
Well, when teams play against the Edmonton Oilers, they circle Leon's name and they circle Connor McDavid's name, and they should. Well, you got to circle Kirill Kaprizov's name if you're the Oilers. Whoever is on the ice with Kaprizov, you have to know where he is at all time. He is one of those guys that only needs 3 chances in a night to have 3 goals. So when Kaprizov's on the ice, you've got to have good puck management and make sure that you are coming back to the house defensively, because he can burn you very, very quickly.
All right, that's our Inside the Game analyst, Rob Brown. More with Rob and Brendan Escott during the end of the roll. First and second intermission. Up next, Cam Moon. He's born for this. It is the Edmonton Oilers and the Minnesota Wild. Live from Rogers Place on 4 Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
The same AI-powered technology that helps Oilers fans move through security efficiently at Rogers Place is also available for Edmonton area schools, hospitals, and workplaces. Evolve Technology, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers and official security screening partner of Rogers Place, helps identify potential threats and create safe experiences at hockey games and wherever people gather. Visit Rogers Place to experience Evolve live, or check out evolve.com for more information. That's evolv.com.
Blue-collar work deserves big-dollar perks. Get a heavy wallet with Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals. Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals is always growing. Right now, they're hiring heavy equipment technicians, PM servicemen, and maintenance supervisors. Apply if you're from here or across the country. Even if you're from the Rock, they want to talk. Visit heavymetalequipment.ca to find your new career. Get a heavy wallet with Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals, helping you move the earth.
From backyard rinks to big arenas under bright lights, electricity powers every moment. At Capital Power, we generate reliable, affordable electricity for OilCountry and beyond, powering innovation, opportunity, and thriving economies across North America. Just like our Edmonton Oilers, we're driven, determined, and lighting up the game. We're powering change by changing power. Get to know us at capitalpower.com.
Experience the exciting casino action at 3 Century Casino locations. Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile. Dine at one of their amazing restaurants featuring daily specials. Take in the ultimate game day experience at Selly Sports Bar and Lounge. Check out the best in live entertainment at any amazing location. Plus, enjoy a great selection of casino gaming options and off-track betting. Feel the thrill of live horse racing at Century Mile Racetrack. Don't miss a second of the action at Century Casino.
The Edmonton Oilers start off a 5-game homestand, and tonight they host the Minnesota Wild. Good evening, Cam Moon, along with Bob Stauffer, Brendan Escott, Rob Brown, Jack Michaels, Aidan Gannam. We are the Oilers Radio Network. Oilers coming off that win on Saturday afternoon in Seattle. 4-0 was the final. The return of Ryan Nugent-Hopkins was a good one for Edmonton, as Ryan Nugent-Hopkins had himself a goal and an assist and was in on the power play, the penalty kill, all aspects of the game, which is nothing new. And Stuart Skinner, solid in goal. Skinner, when it was all said and done, 26 saves to pick up his second shutout of the season, the 9th of his NHL career. And now the Oilers take on a Minnesota team that is absolutely rolling. 11-1-2 in the month of November. Had a bit of a slow October. They were 3-6-3. But they're rolling right now and playing incredibly well. So that will make for a tough test for this Edmonton team. It's a penalty kill of the Minnesota Wild. Incredible in the month of November, as they were able to kill off 34 of 37 shorthanded situations. So, again, they'll be, I would expect, roaring to go, as they have been here in the entire month of November as we've rolled into December. And they're just doing a ceremonial puck drop down at center ice for the ALS Super Fund as the Oilers and the Wild get ready to go. Andrew Mangiapane taking the draw for Edmonton. Jared Spurgeon, 16th year with the Wild. Edmonton product taking the draw for Minnesota as the Oilers take on the Wild here tonight at Rogers Place. And the first time the two teams hooking up here this season. So we're looking forward to it, looking forward to the start of a 5-game homestand. Oilers trying to move up in the standings as we head downstairs for the national anthem as we're ready to go with Mr. Robert Clark.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
This is OilCountry. Now, with the call of tonight's exclusive NHL broadcast, Bob Stauffer and Cam Moon on the Oilers Radio Network.
The Oilers and the Minnesota Wild here at Rogers Place, and our starting lineup brought to you by Coventry Homes. Building a home or a championship team, it happens one shift, one brick at a time. Coventry Homes, never done building. Proudly celebrating 50 years for the Oilers up front. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins with Adam Henrique and Matthias Janmark on defense. Darnell Nurse and Alec Regula in goal. It's Stuart Skinner. For the Wild, Joel Eriksson Ek with Marcus Johansson and Matt Boldy up front on defense. Jake Middleton and Jared Spurgeon in goal. Jesper Wallstedt. The referees, Kyle Raymond and Graham Skilleter, Bevan Mills and Travis Garlitz. They're on the lines. We're set to go here at Rogers Place. The Oilers and the Wild. We dropped the puck. We're underway. Regula over to Nurse. Just inside his line, up the right wing for Janmark. Pokes it up the right wing boards. It goes into the Minnesota zone. Middleton out to center ice with it. Regula on the right wing, just off at Jan Mark. Wallstead out of his net, and he'll set it to Middleton. Rims on the right, and Spurgeon will get it out. Hit Johansson in the skate with it. So Janmark gets the puck in, just missing Nugent Hopkins. Matt Boldy will drop the puck to Middleton in his own end. As Jake Middleton waits, both teams will make changes. We're just underway here at Rogers Place, the Oilers and the Wild. Up the right wing, directed in by Boldy. Skinner rims it up the left wing where he finds Ekholm. His pass, little far from Mangiapane. It's icing against Edmonton. 51 seconds gone here in a scoreless first period.
Well, Minnesota dominated this series head-to-head as Matt Zuccarello and Leon Draisaitl had a humorous exchange this morning. Had a little talk there. Those two played on Team Europe together. Minnesota really took it to Edmonton until the final two games of the season between the two teams in Mini last year. Edmonton won 7-1 and 5-3, including rallying from a 2-0 deficit. But Minnesota had a lot of injuries at forward, or at defense, rather.
Puck comes into the zone, and Mangiapane's shot goes off of Hartman and wide. And the puck cleared out, and then Draisaitl will bring it in on the right. He'll stop up, get it across to Ekholm, to the left wing corner in front of the net. Off the stick, goes in behind the goal. Chopped up the right side. Zuccarello on the right, up in the air and out. The Edmonton blue line, Bouchard to Draisaitl. Draisaitl with points in 8 straight. Top of the circle on the right wing in the Minnesota end. Near the blue line to Savoy, and Boldy's able to poke it out to center ice. It's sitting in the neutral zone. Kulak at his own blue line. On the right to Savoy, off his stick and in. Savoy in on the forecheck. Puck comes to the right wing corner. Savoy gathers it, centers it, and it gets into the slot. But Boldy was there for the Wild. He'll get to center ice now, shoot it in. It rims on the right. Johansson on the right wing to the slot. Eriksson Ek, a shot, and that one hit a body in front of the goal, and it's Savoy out to center, 3-on-2 for Edmonton. In over the line to the middle to McDavid to the net. The pass across, the save made by Wallstead, and he holds on.
Come on, shoot it. I mean, Connor McDavid was flying in there. Savoy, a great play. Spurgeon defended that as well as could be expected, but Connor went for the degree of difficulty on the pass, and if he just takes it to the net, maybe there's a rebound there for Hyman instead. Early stop. Quick change back, put Colson back out with Draisaitl here, and Mangiapane.
Face off to the right of Wallstead, the NHL Rookie of the Month in November. Just 6-0 and 0.
We saw him here in the World Juniors.
Yes, we did.
He was good.
He was very good.
And there was some discussion that not everybody was enamored with him, but I thought he was pretty good. I got to tell you.
Goes right to him. He scoops it up with the glove and holds on. Well, he's had an amazing month in November, as has the entire Wild team.
Well, when you're number 2 in the league in save percentage, generally speaking, you're in pretty good shape.
Probably in pretty good shape. And they were, as a team, 9-4-4 in the month of November on save percentage. The puck up near the blue line. Boldy or McTrennan will get it out. It's at center ice. Stepping up was Bouillon, and Bouillon will dump the puck in. So Nurse on the left wing to Vasily Podkolzin into the middle of the ice now to Draisaitl. Comes into the Wild end on the right. Drops it to Mangiapane. He's on the right wing boards for Draisaitl in the right wing corner. Up top of the circle. Pass to the left wing point to Nurse. His shot, that got blocked. And it comes out to the neutral zone. Sturm blocked that shot, and he hobbles over to the Wild bench. On the right wing, Nurse one-hands it into the Wild zone. In behind the net, it goes over to the right wing. Back to the right wing point. Emberson off of Clattenburg to the right wing corner. Curtis Lazar got it behind the net to Frederick. The shot. Wallstead the save. Held onto it. It'll be a face-off in the Wild zone. 3:05 gone here in a scoreless first. Clattenburg gets into it a little bit after the whistle in behind the Minnesota net.
Well, a little bit of a flyby there, and he got a piece of the goaltender.
That'll draw a crowd.
I know when you played for the Saskatoon Blades, your team was always really quick to jump in. Wallstead played in back-to-back World Juniors in 2021 and in 2022. We saw him both years. In fact, I called you. I can remember the game. We saw him in 2022, but I called you in 2021.
From across the rink?
Yes.
That's right. You were on one side of Rogers Place. I was on the other.
There weren't a lot of extra people in the building.
That's true. Puck to the left wing point. Matthias Ekholm off the end boards. It goes to the right side. At the top of the circle, Kaprizov will get it out. Kaprizov with points in 7 straight. He scored goals in 5 straight. The puck dumped into the Edmonton zone. Off of Henrique and out of the Oiler end. Brodin will wheel in behind his net. He'll stop back there. The left wing side. Zuccarello and Kaprizov try to get it out. Puck gets into the corner, though. Faber up against the boards with Henrique on him. And it gets turned over, and it's Nugent Hopkins to the right wing point to Bouchard. Now on the right side, Henrique in front of the net. That got broken up just before it could get to Nugent Hopkins. Brodin will clear it out. Skinner will steer it to the corner, and getting in there is Bouchard, but it's in his skates. He's got Hartman right on him. Puck came free top of the circle, and Janmark to the middle of Bouchard. He'll get to center, dump it in on the backhand. Just over 4 minutes gone here in a scoreless first. The Oilers taking on the Wild. Spurgeon in behind his net. 16th year here with the Wild. Gets it up the right wing. Off of Boldy. Goes into the Oilers zone. Regula turns it up the middle. Gets it out. Right to Zach Hyman. On the right wing to McDavid. In over the line to Savoy. Across to Hyman. To the point. Nurse a shot. And he sailed it wide of the net from the right point. Regula goes to the right wing corner. His pass in front of the goal. Off the stick of Middleton. Over to the left wing where Hyman, top of the circle, to Savoy. Down the left wing to McDavid, to Hyman. Checked in the corner by Spurgeon. To the middle of the ice, Johansson on the left wing to Middleton. Get to the Edmonton blue line. And the puck goes into the left wing corner. He's tied up along the boards. Nurse able to chop it over to the right. Bouillon in from the right wing point behind the net to Johansson. To Bouillon off the right wing. William to Johansson into the slot. Goes all the way to the left wing point, though. And Boldy cross ice for Johansson in front of the net. It comes to Bogosian. A shot that's blocked as Regula got in front of it. And it's in behind the Edmonton goal. Regula spun around, knocked down. Regula gets back up, gets the puck to Savoy on the right, high in the air and off the score clock. And we'll get a whistle. 5 minutes, 29 seconds gone here in a scoreless first.
Well, Alec Regula ate a puck there, fronted it. Boy, Minnesota, you can see how sound they are structurally. Their defensive zone. That's why when McDavid has a chance, the odd man, he's got to shoot the pill. Can't pass it into the net. Fourth liners out there. Tyler Pitlick, second round pick in 2010.
Face off to the right. Stuart Skinner. And the puck kicked in front of the net goes to Bouchard. On the left wing, Podkolzin to the middle to Ekholm. Ekholm to Podkolzin into the Wild end on the left wing. Around on the right to Draisaitl to the point. Bouchard across to Matthias Ekholm. He'll snap it towards the net. And Volstead with the glove save holds on.
You see how boxed out, though?
Yep.
Like this.
Everything's to the outside.
Yep. Which is why you have to shoot when you have the chance against this team.
Face off to the right of Volstead. And Draisaitl will take the draw for Edmonton. Draisaitl 15th in National Hockey League scoring coming into tonight's action. Wins the draw. Puck goes to Bouchard across to Ekholm. A shot. And he misses on the short side. Comes around to the blue line and knocked out just past Bouchard. He recovers. Goes back into the Oilers zone. Ekholm spun up the right wing to Bouchard. One touches it to Draisaitl. Comes through center. In over the Wild line down the right wing towards the net. Just knocked off his stick at the last second. And out to center ice. Ogren will get to center. Will dump it in for Minnesota. Out from behind his net is Draisaitl. Draisaitl slows up at the Edmonton line. Through the middle to Podkolzin. Flips it to the right wing corner. He goes after it. He's along the right wing boards. Bumped by Spurgeon. The puck comes free in the right wing corner. Trent Frederick hit by Spurgeon. Trying to spin off that check. On the right wing to Lazar. Now to Frederick. To the blue line for Emberson. rims it in behind the net. Clattenburg looking for it there. Held off a bit by Middleton. And the puck goes top of the circle. Frederick with it. He'll shoot it. And the save made by Volstead as he blockered that away. And the puck along the right wing inside the Wild zone. And up the left wing, getting it out just to center ice was Tarasenko. As Clattenburg gets into it a little bit behind the play and brought in by Trennan. He'll shoot it, and that launches off the stick of Emberson. That's going to go up and out of play. We're going to take a break. We're scoreless here in the first. 7 minutes, 8 seconds gone in the opening period as the Oilers take on the Wild. From Rogers Place, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Hey, Edmonton. Big moves need big talent, and AMJ is your go-to partner. For all local residential and commercial relocations, AMJ delivers a smooth, stress-free experience. AMJ, your team for every move. Contact your local branch today.
Heard of Uline? You know, the have-it-all in-stock, ready-to-deliver shipping and industrial supply specialists. The company that does things for you that are unheard of, like keeping 41,000 items in stock in our own warehouses. With customer service reps on the line to get you what you need when you need it 24/7, 365 every time. Maybe you heard it here first. Want to hear more? Visit uline.ca. ULINE, your shipping and industrial supply specialists.
Our people, our team. It's what business owners almost always say is their most important resource. But strong businesses don't just find great people. They make sure their teams stay healthy, engaged, and performing at their best. A benefits plan from Alberta Blue Cross is more than just drug and dental. They support the whole person with flexible coverage levels that fit the size and circumstance of your business. Find a plan that gets results at ab.bluecross.ca.
Hey, Edmonton. Big moves need big talent, and AMJ is your go-to partner. For all local residential and commercial relocations, AMJ delivers a smooth, stress-free experience. AMJ, your team for every move. Contact your local branch today.
All games, all seasons. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Oilers and Wild scoreless here in the first. The Oilers caring for OilCountry 50-50 presented by Rogers now live. Play now for a chance to win early bird prizes, including $1,000 for Safeway and a Robson Backcountry Adventures private guided ski day for 2. Get your tickets at edmontonoilers.com/50-50 for more chances to win. Face-off in the Oilers zone to the left of Stuart Skinner. It goes to Emberson on the left wing. Smacks it up the boards, but it comes right back to him. To Henrique, left wing, along the left side to Nugent Hopkins, now to Kulak. Across to Emberson, to Henrique. Off the boards and out. At center ice, Janmark for Nugent Hopkins to Janmark. Into Wild territory, goes to the left wing corner, stops along the boards. Janmark cycles it to Henrique. Back to the right wing point for Emberson. On the right wing boards to Nugent Hopkins across the top of the circle towards the net. A shot looking for a redirection from Janmark, but it goes wide. Bogosian in the corner, poked off of his stick. William, right wing to Bogosian. Around the boards, and Zuccarello to Hartman at center. Now on the right, hits the stick of Kulak, and it goes up and out of play. We played 7:57 of this scoreless first period. The Oilers, the Minnesota Wild.
Definite feeling out process so far. And the Oilers are clearly hard matching. Chris said he wasn't gonna.
Face off outside the Edmonton blue line. You can see the Oilers waiting to see who the Wild put out on the ice.
They got their third line on the ice here, so.
And the Oilers will get the McDavid line out there. Nurse up the left wing to Savoy. To McDavid. He was trying to get back to Savoy, but Trennan can bring it in for the Wild. Goes to the right wing corner. Off the boards to the point. From the right point, a shot does not get through. As Faber let that go, and here comes McDavid in over the Minnesota line. To the left wing, top of the circle. Floats it to the middle to Nurse. Now down the right wing, Regula looks to the net. A shot saved by Volstead, and he'll cover it up. Is Alec Regula down the right wing. Looking for a rebound to get to the middle, but Volstead was able to control it and cover it up.
Faber did a good job there. Completely boxed out Matt Savoy. Eriksson Ek. It's been Eriksson Ek and Brodin as a tandem that have faced McDavid a lot the last several years.
Nurse on the left wing point, into the corner. Savoy holds off Faber, pass to the middle, off a skate, gets to the slot, chopped up near the blue line and brought out to center ice by Johansson. He'll dump it in. Goes into the Oiler end of the right wing corner. Boldy's pass off of McDavid. McDavid can't get it out. Johansson right wing corner. His centering pass, and that's off of Regula. Regula gets it up near the line. It's a bouncing puck. Skating to it is Hyman, and it's center. He'll dump it in. Hyman recovers it himself in behind the net. His pass goes off of Faber. He gets it back to the right wing point, but misses Bouchard. It'll go down into the Oilers zone.
So John Hines attempting to layer McDavid with the center D combo of Eriksson Ek and Brodin.
Goes through center ice. Mangiapane got it to the right wing corner. Along the boards in Minnesota territories. Middleton behind the net to Spurgeon. Up off the right wing. Jones will get to center. Jones dumps the puck into the Oiler end. Left wing corner, Mangiapane for Draisaitl, and he's on the left wing cross ice pass. Goes over the stick of Bouchard, throws the whole thing offside. And we get the whistle. 9 minutes, 45 seconds gone here in a scoreless first.
Shots are 5-1 Edmonton. And the best opportunity the Oilers had, they didn't shoot the puck.
That 3-on-2? Yeah. Landed up getting a real sharp angle shot from Zach Hyman. Face-off outside the Wild line. Jack Home on the left wing will drill it in. Volstead out of his net, stops it, rims it. Spun off through the middle. Zuccarello got it out. His long pass to Kaprizov, broken up by Bouchard. Bouchard for Ekholm. Dump it in off the glass. Puck goes to the right wing. Henry trying to recover. Goes into the corner. Kaprizov played it to the middle of the ice, and that is just swatted over to the left wing for Zuccarello. Back to Bulliam, and Bulliam on the left wing to Kaprizov. Into the Oiler end. Kaprizov centering pass, and breaking that up was Nugent Hopkins. And Draisaitl will bring it out for the Oilers now. Slow up. Ran into some traffic. Gave it to Ekholm, and center went to dump it in. It went off of Faber. Now to Trennan. Off the left wing boards, into the corner it goes, and a penalty coming up to Emberson. Interference call as they took out Trennan. And the Oilers are about to be shorthanded when we come back. 9:18 to go in a scoreless first. Oilers take on the Wild from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
The Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation 50-50, presented by Rogers, is back and better than ever. With more early bird prizes, bonus raffles, and million-dollar jackpots, the largest 50-50 in professional sports can change your life forever. And every ticket purchase helps more kids, more families, and more communities in need than ever before. Get your 50-50 tickets now at EdmontonOilers.com and help make OilCountry a better place. Who knows? You could be Alberta's next millionaire.
AGLC license number 744517.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. Big skies, rugged landscapes. Now that's Alberta in a nutshell. And if you're looking for an SUV that can keep up with this place, check out the Ford Bronco. Built for those who crave adventure, with serious off-road capability and style to spare. Whether you're hitting the mountain trails or exploring the back roads, it's the perfect ride for those who want to experience everything this province has to offer. The Ford Bronco. Adventure awaits at your Alberta Ford dealer. And tell them PB sent you.
Are insects invading your home? I'm Tyler, a trained expert with Able Pest Control. In your home or business, insects can be a big concern. Just ask Emma.
I had ants and spiders in my kitchen and basement, and I was worried they would infest other areas of my home. I picked up the phone and called Able.
Good call, Emma. I was glad I could help. At Able, we love what we do, and we know how to keep your property and family protected.
Able, we're on it.
My name is Tyler with Able Pest Control, and I'm on it.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. Oilers and Wild scoreless, 9:18 to go in the first. Ty Emberson goes off for interference. First power play of the game goes to the Wild.
Yep, and the Minnesota power play is currently 7th in the league at 24.2%. Edmonton's penalty killing 17th at 80.6. It's going to be a tough matchup for the Oilers.
Oiler penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Face off to the right of Skinner. Puck bounces in behind the Edmonton net, and Savoy tried to get it out. Fanned on his clearing attempt. The puck on the right wing. Shot from the angle, and that goes wide. Zuccarello, left side, top of the circle to Kaprizov. To the blue line. Bulliam to Kaprizov. His shot, that hit Skinner. The rebound jammed on net. Saved by Skinner off of Eriksson Ek, and the puck rimmed out by Henrique.
That's a clean face-off win by Henrique there. Unfortunately for Savoy, he's got to get pucks out there. That gave them an extra opportunity for a flurry around the goal.
Zuccarello at center to Kaprizov. Over the Edmonton line through the middle. Plays it into the left wing corner. Goes after it. He's in the corner with Bouchard. Jams it over to the right. Eriksson Ek pokes it behind the net. Kaprizov centers it. Nobody there for the Wild. And Janmark comes down the left wing with Podkolzin. Then loops back in the neutral zone. Comes in over the Wild line. Through the slot. Now back through center ice. He'll drop it to Nurse and he'll shoot it all the way down. Great work by Matthias Janmark. 49 seconds to go in the man advantage for the Wild. Faber up the right wing. To Spurgeon at his own blue line. Now into the Oiler end. Spurgeon through the middle. On the left, Tarasenko's shot. Stick saved by Skinner. Puck kept in by Tarasenko. Puck to the middle. Faber. Tarasenko. His shot blocked by Regula. Goes to the blue line. Spurgeon kept it in. To Faber down the right wing. Into the middle. Hartman to the left wing. Tarasenko to the blue line. That shot by Spurgeon just got a piece of Skinner. Tarasenko to the point for Spurgeon. Left wing, Tarasenko. Cross ice to Faber. To Spurgeon, his shot and a right pad save made by Skinner. Looked like it was redirected. Puck along the left wing, up near the point to Faber in the middle. Left wing, Tarasenko. A shot saved by Skinner. The rebound goes into the corner. It's lifted up and out as the penalty expires.
Good work by the Oilers. Skinner, a solid sequence.
7:08 to go in a scoreless first. Minnesota 0 for 1 on the power play. Brought in on the right by Trennan. Cuts to the middle and hopped over his stick. Over to Ogren on the left wing. Ogren at the top of the circle in the Oilers zone. Towards the net. Pad save made by Skinner. And he covers it up. It'll be a face-off in the Oilers zone.
Well, you survived that. They got a couple pretty good looks, and the Oilers had 4 chances to clear pucks and only did it the one time. And then Matthias Janmark. Do you remember when Guy Lafleur, Danny Gallivan would have been calling it, was killing a penalty, and he was like, he's having a ball, and he rang the puck for about 25 to 30 seconds by himself. And that's the last time.
Shoots and scores right from the point. Brodin, after the Wild won the draw, drills it into the net, and it's 1-0 for the Wild.
It's the last time we'll bring up Matthias Janmark and Guy Lafleur, but you got to win draws, and Brodin wires one home. Not a great goal. Oh, that's just he missed it. That's all there is to it.
And Brodin gets his 3rd of the year.
And Sturm will draw the lone assist. Oilers had their top guys on the ice. Lose the draw. Ends up in the net on a long-range bomber.
Right off the face-off in the Oiler end. So 1-0 Wild lead. Jonas Brodin, the goal scorer. Puck brought in on the right by Draisaitl. He's top of the circle to the blue line. Bouchard shot, tipped towards the net, just went wide. Now on the right wing, McDavid to Draisaitl. Out to McDavid, but off the stick of Johansson. And Johansson will get to center ice for Minnesota. And then that went out of play off the glass and out of play at center ice with 6:21 to go here in the first. One 1-0 Wild lead. On the goal by Jonas Brodin. We'll put the face-off right at the center ice dot. William at the Minnesota blue line. Up the right wing. Now goes to Pitlick. Pitlick's got it in his skates. And it's center ice dumped in by Jones. And the puck in the left wing corner. So left side, Lazaro get it up to the line. That doesn't get out. Kulak will try. To Clattenburg. He gets checked. Jones on the right wing. Goes in behind the Edmonton net to the left. Jones to the top of the circle. All the way up to the point. Swings it down in behind the net. It's sent to the top of the circle where Bouillam's going to keep it in.
Bouillam's good. That was a real high-speed skill play that he made there. Knocked the puck down. Oh.
Puck gets turned over, and it's Kaprizov left wing corner from the angle pad. Save made by Skinner. 1-0 Wild here in the first. 5.5 to go in the opening period. Puck cleared out off of Bouillam.
It's a fourth line out against their best guys here.
Bouillam will bring it in. He'll shoot it off the glove of Skinner on a hard shot. And up the left wing, Podkolzin will drop it back for Kulak over to Emberson. Emberson into the middle for Majapani. Back to Emberson. It's still in the Oiler end. To Kulak. Now to Draisaitl.
Boy, they do a good job in the neutral zone.
Draisaitl to Podkolzin to Emberson. To work his way to center ice. Went to dump it in. Hit Faber with it. Faber through the middle. He cleared it out. Going back for it. Regula. Across to Nurse. To Majapani to Regula at the Edmonton blue line. Now on the right wings, pass through the middle off of Podkolzin. Faber will take it behind the net. Left wing to Brodin. Brodin will get it out for Tarasenko. Unable to get it in past Nurse. And Podkolzin to Nurse in his own end. Now to Draisaitl in the middle of the ice at his own blue line. He's coming up the right wing. Runs into Eriksson Ek. Nurse through the middle, stepping up is Spurgeon. He'll bring it in, give it to Eriksson Ek on the left. The shot, save made by Skinner. He held on to it with 4:17 to go here in the first. 1-0 Wild lead on a goal by Brodin. We'll be right back from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Rogers is Canada's most reliable 5G Plus network, so you can stream Edmonton Oilers games and see Leon scoring in Leduc. Watch Ty tie things up in Tofield. Or check out Connor doing Connor things in Kalmar. And even watch Stu steal the show while you're in Sedalia. Try saying that 3 times fast. Rogers, this is our game.
During every Oilers game day, the Canadian Brewhouse is your hockey headquarters. Cheer on the blue and orange, surrounded by fans as passionate as you are, while sipping $1 off tankards of Molson Canadian and Coors Light. And that's not all. Every game day, you can enter to win Oilers home game tickets. So grab your crew, grab a seat, and make the Canadian Brewhouse your go-to spot this hockey season. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
Don't look now, but I think we're being followed.
Oh, that's just my Fountain Tire sidecar.
Well, they're driving pretty close.
Because they're attached.
Save up to 15% on select tires until December 13th.
Cool.
Plus, get up to $125 off a set of 4 Goodyear tires.
Anything else?
Get $50 off $150 service when you buy those tires.
Well, that's handy.
Yep.
And weird.
Well, I love my Fountain Tire sidecar.
Book your appointment online today. Restrictions apply. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together, Canada.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer, we're here in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. 1-0 Wild lead the Oilers. 4:17 to go here in the first period.
Shots were 5-1 early for Edmonton. The Wild have rung off 6 straight shots and a long-range bomber from the point. No screen, but Stuart Skinner didn't pick up. Jonas Brodin beats him. It's the only goal.
Puck to the middle, and Johansson fans on his shot. Ekholm can skate up the left wing for Edmonton over center, shoots it on net, blockered into the corner by Volstead. Puck along the boards. Boldy had a pass go back past him, and then he does clear it out past Bouchard, chasing after it. Matthias Ekholm behind the Edmonton net, rims it on the right, knocked down by Boldy. As Boldy battles, loses the battle in the corner to Henrique. Over to Ekholm on the right wing to Bouchard into Minnesota territory. He'll drop it back. Nugent Hopkins' shot. Volstead with the save, and the puck cleared to the line and out.
Oilers don't have any follow-up for any rebounds or anything right now.
Emberson just inside the Edmonton blue line. Out of Kulak. Brent Kulak makes his way to center ice. Into the Minnesota zone on the left wing. Tried to shoot it. Couldn't get it past Faber. Up to the top of the circle. Hartman across the line. Gave it to Brodin. He'll shoot it in. Just wide of the Edmonton net. Tried to make it look like he was going to rim it and then put it towards the goal.
The old Brent Sever play.
Sneaky. Brought in on the right wing. It's Kaprizov. Can't get a pass through the middle. Now he does, and it was backhanded just wide as Faber jumped up into the play, and the puck into the right wing corner. Kaprizov to the right wing point. Zuccarello has it there. Right side to Kaprizov. Into the corner for Faber. Faber checked on the play by McDavid. For Savoy to McDavid. He will get it out. To Hyman, his pass to McDavid, and that's broken up by Brock Faber. And the puck goes to the Edmonton blue line. Shot out by Emberson. 2.5 to go in the first. 1-0. Wild lead. William just inside his own blue. The left wing for Trenton. He'll bounce the puck. It goes to Skinner. It was going wide, but he scooped it up to the glove, and he held on. They get a face-off inside the Oilers zone. The broadcast brought to you by Ford, official partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Ready, set, Ford.
Well, the good news for Edmonton is the next difficult shot that Skinner faced, he made a stop on, because it would have become a little bit nervous in the building and he'd give it up another.
Face off to the right of Skinner. Goes to the point. Bogosian with a shot. Glove save made by Skinner. Tarasenko was in the high slot looking for a redirect. I don't think he got a piece of it.
And Boley drove the net there. Sorry, Yakov Trenton. Not Boley. 13, not 12.
Puck gets into the corner. Regula goes in behind the Edmonton goal with it. Up the right wing. It hit the skate of Nurse. It does come out, though. Sturm will dump it back in. Regula chasing after it. Trenton on him. Goes in behind the net. Shovels around the left side. Clattenburg pushed to the middle. Puck goes to the blue line. It's kept in by Sturm. Tarasenko on the left wing. Left wing corner in the Oiler end for Minnesota. Played it behind the net. Regula was there for the Oilers. Up the left wing to Clattenburg. Cross ice to Nurse. Minnesota makes a quick change. Nurse skates up the right wing and then shoots it in. Top of the circle. It's on the left side. Tied up along the boards. Goes to Draisaitl, left wing corner. Couldn't get a pass through. He was looking for Podkolzin. Middleton off the right wing boards and out. Stumped in on the right, getting to it. Mangiapane goes to the right wing corner, in behind the net, over to the left. Mangiapane, top of the circle. Out of Draisaitl along the left wing boards with Eriksson Ek all over him. William comes in there and banks it out to the center ice area, and it's flipped right back in by Matthias Ekholm. Eriksson Ek, a pass that goes off the skate of Ekholm, and he'll go to the side of the Edmonton net. We're into the last minute here of the first. 1-0, the Wild lead. To center, it's Podkolzin off the right wing boards and in. Middleton behind his goal on the right for Spurgeon. Get it out to center where it's picked off by Hyman. That's spun around by Eriksson Ek. And Eriksson Ek able to bat it just into the Oiler end. Bouchard has it on the right wing. Across to Kulak with 35 seconds to go here in the first period. Kulak on the right wing to McDavid as he gathers speed. It's into the Minnesota and just over the blue line. Hyman on the right wing. Wanted to get that into the corner to McDavid. It's broken up. Faber will get it out. Miss Zuccarello with it. It's going to be on net. Skinner's got to play it. He'll give it to Kulak. Up the right wing boards in the Oilers zone. It's top of the circle. Kaprizov forced out of the zone by Nugent Hopkins. 10 seconds to go in the period. Brodin to center, and he will dump the puck in. Nurse behind the net to Kulak. And the first period will end 1-0. Oilers down to the Minnesota Wild on a goal by Jonas Brodin.
Yeah.
Edmonton with a lot of pressure early. Minnesota took over. And Minnesota with plenty of opportunity as the period wore on. What'd you see there in the first?
Well, they gained momentum off their power play. They got 3 pretty good looks. Then Brodin scored a bad goal. It's a bad goal given up by Stuart Skinner. He responded with a couple saves after. Edmonton needs to elevate the level of their performance in period number 2.
Brodin with his 3rd of the year from Nico Sturm. That was it in the first period. as it is a 1-0 Minnesota Wild lead after 20 minutes of play. It's the start of 5 straight here at home for the Edmonton Oilers. They got Seattle here on Thursday. Winnipeg is here on Saturday. A week from tonight, Buffalo's in town. And then on the 11th, it will be the Detroit Red Wings. But coming up in the first intermission, you better believe it, Brendan Escott, Rob Brown, they're standing by. They got it for you when we come back. 1-0 Wild lead the Oilers after 20. From Rogers Place, it's Ford Dealers, NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Drivers seeking power, performance, and unbeatable value don't need to look any further than Freedom Ford. From the legendary F-150 to the rugged Bronco, the versatile Bronco Sport, and full lineup of SUVs built for every adventure, there's a perfect ride for every driver and every lifestyle. With financing rates starting at just 0%, hitting the road has never been easier or more affordable. Visit Freedom Ford on 75th Street in Edmonton and experience the thrill of driving your dream vehicle today.
It's our YEG with 880 Chad.
Champing at the bit for the country mega event of the year, Big Valley Jamboree returns July 30th through August 2nd with Old Dominion, Riley Green, Keith Urban, and more. Tickets on sale now. Then take a one-of-a-kind adventure as Bear Grease Shack Up for the Winter celebrates culture and community at the Citadel Theatre December 18th through the 21st. Tickets at citadeltheatre.com.
For details on these and more events, visit 880ched.com. This is At the Intermission on the Oilers Radio Network.
Savoy out to center, 3-on-2 for Edmonton. In over the line to the middle to McDavid to the net. The pass across, the save made by Volstead, and he holds on.
That's our Highlight Zone, brought to you by Century Casinos. All in, all games, all season. Century Casinos with 3 great locations: Edmonton, St. Albert, and next to Edmonton International Airport. Welcome to the Winners Zone. 1-0 Wild after 20 minutes of play here at Rogers Place. It's Brendan Escott and Rob Brown, high above ice level. Rob, overall assessment of a period that I thought kind of flew by, all things considered. Not a ton of stoppages, not too choppy out there, just a good period of hockey.
It was. I thought that the Oilers were the better team early, and as the away team, the Minnesota Wild probably came into this thinking, let's weather the storm, and they did. The Oilers they carried the play, but not a lot of really grade A chances that we were seeing against the Wild. And then there was the penalty by Emerson, the right call by the referee, and the Wild didn't score on it, but Bob was right. They gained some momentum on that power play. And I also agree with the goal that, Brodin's a nice player, and it was a good shot, but it was an unscreened goal from the blue line. Now, if you're a Wild fan, you're saying, we won the face-off, got the puck back, got the puck on net. There was no one in the shooting lane to block the puck, but that's one that you need a save on. And other than that, there weren't a lot of grade A looks either way. I thought both teams checked well, didn't give up a whole lot. The Oilers, first 10 minutes, better team. The Wild, last 10 minutes, better team.
What did you notice, because this was something we discussed in the pregame, what did you notice about the way Minnesota was trying to match up against Edmonton with their sort of defensive prowess that they can bring from the center position or from the defensive position?
Well, they would love to have Eric Sinek out against Connor or Leon. And Chris Knobloch's not letting that happen. He made sure that, especially keeping Connor away from Eric Sinek. I don't know if they had a shift out there together. I know that Leon was up against him a couple times. Knobloch's trying to get mismatches. You're not going to have a mismatch with Eric Sinek. He is good a two-way player in the league. But a Nico Storm or a Ben Jones, maybe there's more of a chance for the Oilers to take advantage of, a couple players that aren't as quick, aren't as strong of players defensively. The one thing that John Hines and the Minnesota Wild have is if you don't get the center-on-center matchup or the line-against-line matchup, you've got 3 very good defensive pairings. Your third pairing is... I don't want to mess his name up. Zeev Buem Is that how I pronounce
Boyum.
it? Boyum. B-U-I-U-M. So he's only 19 years old, but can he skate and can he move? And he's going to be a fantastic player. I believe is that the kid that was on the American World Junior team?
Yes, that's correct.
And he really shone well in that tournament. So the kid can skate. So that's your third pairing. You got a guy that can skate like the wind, playing with Bogosian, who's a veteran of almost 1,000 games. And you got Faber and Brodin as a pairing. You got Middleton and Spurgeon. So if John Hines isn't able to get Eriksson Ek out against who he wants, he still feels comfortable in the defensive pairings. I didn't see them doing a whole lot of calling players off. Okay, let's change on the fly. The Minnesota Wild play a very structured defense. They don't give up a whole lot. You didn't see a whole lot of odd man breaks against. When Connor and/or Leon had the puck, it was a magnet. There was not just one. They're not playing one-on-one. If Connor and Leon are carrying the puck up the ice, back pressure and the defensemen are both going after Connor and Leon. They're like, all right, we're going to try and get it out of their hands. We'll let someone else try and beat us. But I thought the Oilers, although they're down 1-0 in this period, there wasn't a big mistake. There wasn't that big blunder. I thought they played a pretty good defensive game, and the only goal is one that was shot from distance off a face-off. So I would say that both teams would be pretty happy with the way they played in the first 20.
Right, and I think in a 1-0 hockey game, I mean, obviously Edmonton would rather be up in this position, but you're satisfied. You're still hungry coming out in this second period, without a doubt. But yeah, that defending in layers that Bob mentioned in the course of that first period there, that I think that's sort of what you're describing there, right? That you're going through the forwards, and then you're going through back pressure, and then you're going through a couple of defensemen. It seems like it was really muddy for Edmonton to try and get anywhere in that opening frame.
When you're an offensive player, and let's just call it Connor coming up the ice, you're looking at the defenseman, and that's you can. I got to beat this guy, and you're trying to scan the ice. Okay, if I get around this guy, where are my openings? But you're also being pestered by someone from behind, so it takes away. We saw a couple times where Connor would come in. He wasn't going to beat, say, Brodin to the net. So he kind of curls towards the boards and goes back towards the blue line looking for a trailer. But when he did that, now the back pressure's following him. So now, okay, I just got some distance away from the defenseman. Oh, wait a second. Here is Kaprizov back, or Johansson back, or Sturm back. And now I've got to navigate that guy too. So you're not, if you beat your guy, it's not as though you're now open. Because the Minnesota Wild aren't playing man-on-man. They, as Bob says, layers. So I get past the first layer, here's the second layer. And if I don't make a play quickly, the first layer is going to come back again. They're a good defensive team. They don't give up a lot of grade A's. To beat their goaltender, you're going to have to get, traffic in front, second shots, third shots, tips, rebounds. I don't think the Oilers did a whole lot of that in that period. I think that's something, the Minnesota Wild scored a simple goal. Win a face-up, put a puck on net. Now, those don't usually go in, but sometimes they do. And I think the Oilers have got to follow that lead, just throw pucks on net, and then get bodies in front.
Yeah, 7 shots on this guy. Not enough. Not on Wallstedt. Not on the way he's performing right now.
He's got a .938 save percentage. That means even if he plays at a .920 or .910, you're going to need bulk. You're going to need a lot of shots on net. And because they're not giving you perfect opportunities. So just keep throwing pucks on net. But the biggest thing is you have to have bodies. Second and third chances in front of the net. Battle in the blue paint.
Absolutely. That was something that I totally noticed that they weren't getting any of, and that's the rebound attempts or rebound anything. They were being pushed to the outside, and I don't know if that's because they're getting shots off the rush and then they weren't really following it up, or if they could certainly benefit from a little bit more offensive zone time, I would think, in periods 2 and 3 here, the Edmonton Oilers, for sure.
Well, yes, and when you're in their end, that means they're not scoring on you, so getting pucks in deep. Now, the problem with playing against the Wild, too, sometimes you're okay, we're going to get in the puck in deep, we're going to get into a foot race. Well, four of the defensemen right now, and for the Minnesota Wild, all fleet of foot. So you've got to be smart when you dump it. You can't just put it into the corner just because you're supposed to. You got to put it into a place where it gives your forward a chance to win that race. Because if it's a 50-50 race, the defensemen of the Minnesota Wild will win those, because they do have guys that can move quickly. And not only can they move their feet quickly, They're smart. They think the game fast. So that's another thing, too. Don't just dump it in because you're supposed to. Dump it in with a purpose.
It's 1-0 Minnesota. That's our Rob Brown here at the intermission. The goal coming at 13:11 of the opening frame. Jonas Brodin from the point, assisted by the faceoff man Nico Sturm there on a slap shot, or it was more of a snap in my opinion. They called it a slap though. We will step out here and come back with the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Pizza 73. We're at the intermission. This is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. You know, Alberta's a special place. From the Rockies to the Plains, it's a land of hard work and big dreams. If you're going to tackle it all, you need a truck that can keep up. That's why I can't say enough about my Ford F-150. It's more than a truck. It's a partner. Rugged toughness, serious capability, and smart features that make your life easier, like available Pro Power onboard. The Ford F-150. Get yours today at your Alberta Ford dealer and tell them PB sent you.
Edmonton knows great teams. For over 60 years, Chemco has helped build Canadian industry and invest in communities nationwide. Employee-owned and operated, and with over 2,500 skilled tradespeople, Chemco delivers complete solutions as one partner with many strengths. From engineering to construction, commissioning to maintenance, safely and on schedule coast to coast. Chemco cares, and a commitment to quality, safety, and community drives lasting impact nationally and locally. Learn more at chemco.com. Chemco, building industry, building Canada.
Do your tires feel like hockey pucks on the road? Perhaps it's time for a new set of Atturo tires. No matter what you drive, Atturo has the right fit for you, including the all-new Trailblade HT and AZ810, premium all-weather tires for your pickup, car, SUV, or crossover. You can rest assured that Atturo tires will get you through all 4 seasons. Available at Action Car and Truck, Point S, and tire shops everywhere. Find a dealer near you at atturo.com.
This is Global News at the first intermission. I'm Zach Ferguson. The federal government says all Canadian gun owners need to get on board its gun buyback program, regardless of a motion introduced to the Alberta legislature today. The UCP government is directing police not to enforce the gun buyback program or prosecute people under the federal rules. It's also urging Crown prosecutors not to charge someone who acts to defend themselves in their own home. Criminology professor at the University of Alberta, Temito P. Oriola, says EPS has to be careful with its new body-worn cameras with facial recognition technology. It's a first-of-its-kind tech that'll hit the streets tomorrow, with 50 of the cameras worn by members of the force during their daily duties. And chiefs at the Assembly of First Nations voted unanimously to uphold BC's Northern Coast oil tanker ban and call for Ottawa to withdraw the federal Alberta MOU. BC Energy Minister Adrian Dix said that the vote supports the province's view the new northern pipelines are unnecessary and costly, with no serious proposals for southern routes. I'm Zach Ferguson. Your next scheduled newscast will be at the second intermission on 880 CHED.
Bloom Benefits offers amazing coverage that even the toughest hockey players can get behind. With excellent coverage, they offer things like massage. You want to go? Counseling services. Let's go. Dental coverage. That was not offside. And eye exams. With custom health coverage for any group of any size, Bloom Benefits make every team better, stronger, and healthier. Plans start from just $54 a month. Rethink your benefits today at bloombenefits.ca.
If you ever find yourself needing collision repair, CarStar is here to help make accidents unhappen. Any make, any model. That said, there are some accidents CarStar can't make unhappen, such as accidentally waking a hibernating bear, accidentally biting into a raw habanero pepper, accidentally throwing a frisbee at a beehive. CarStar, Canada's trusted collision repair expert, is here to make car accidents unhappen. For a location near you, visit carstar.ca.
Cybersecurity is not just IT, it's a business issue. One breach can halt operations and permanently damage trust. Business leaders choose Alt-Tech because they understand the stakes. Their specialists design cyber-first IT systems that protect productivity, safeguard data, and support growth. From construction to nonprofits, Canadian organizations rely on Alt-Tech to stay resilient in a digital-first world. Secure operations, strong reputation, sustainable growth. That is Alt-Tech. Visit alttech.ca. That's alt-tech.ca.
This is At the Intermission on the Oilers Radio Network.
Time for the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of your Edmonton Oilers. A few finals to tell you about. The Senators were 5-2 victors over Montreal in Montreal. Brady Tkachuk with a 2-point game. 5-4 the final in Detroit as the Red Wings knocked off the Bruins. 2-1, the Islanders beat the Lightning on Long Island. And the Rangers getting a rare home win, 3-2 in overtime. And that was against Dallas. Ongoing right now, you've got the Maple Leafs 3 and the Panthers 1. The Flames are down 4-0 in Nashville. Canucks and Avs are tied at 1 in Denver. And coming up a little later on, you've got the Golden Knights and Blackhawks and the Kings and the Capitals. On the farm, the Bakersfield Condors get Tucson at home tomorrow night. That's our out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of your Edmonton Oilers. It's 1-0 for the Minnesota Wild here at Rogers Place. Jonas Brodin on a point shot, his third of the season. That assisted by Nico Sturm, which was his first assist of the year. 9-7 of the shots in favor of the visitors. We'll see if Edmonton can cobble together a response here in this second period. They're set to take the ice, which means I got to get out of here. We'll send it back to Cam and Bob on play-by-play. We're at the intermission, and this is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
You've been listening to At the Intermission on the Oilers Radio Network. Sportsnet Plus is your ultimate destination for Oilers games. Stream more matchups than anywhere else. Spectacular! Catch Oilers action all season. Plans starting at $29.99 a month. Subscribe now at sportsnetplus.ca.
Are insects invading your home? I'm Tyler, a trained expert with Able Pest Control. In your home or business, insects can be a big concern. Just ask Emma.
I had ants and spiders in my kitchen and basement, and I was worried they would infest other areas of my home. I picked up the phone and called Able.
Good call, Emma. I was glad I could help. At Able, we love what we do, and we know how to keep your property and family protected.
Able, we're on it.
My name is Tyler with Able Pest Control, and I'm on it.
Wherever Canadians raise a glass, you'll find Molson. There's a good reason for that. When you've been in Canada for over 230 years, you get around in the cups and fridges of Canadians, generation after generation. Molson has a beer for everyone. So raise a glass or cup or whatever you pour your Molson in, because it doesn't matter what it's in. It matters where it's from. Canadian, export, ultra, excel, Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
Sportsnet Plus is your ultimate destination for Oilers games. Stream more matchups than anywhere else. Spectacular! Catch Oilers action all season. Plans starting at $29.99 a month. Subscribe now at sportsnetplus.ca.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer, 1-0 Wild lead the Edmonton Oilers. Jonas Brodin scoring in the first period at 13-11, his third of the year. Tonight's Oilers Caring for OilCountry 50-50 presented by Rogers. It's in support of the ALS Superfund, improving the accuracy and speed of diagnosis and advancing research, bringing us closer to a cure. Support now by getting your tickets at edmontonoilers.com/5050. The jackpot over $181,000 right now. We get set to drop the puck here in the second period. It hits the ice. We're underway as stepping up to center is Kulak, and he'll shoot it into the Minnesota end. Middleton in behind the net. He's tied up by Henrique. Slides off the check into the middle of the ice, but Hartman can't get it out. That's kept in. Nugent Hopkins, a shot off the stick of Hartman. Goes to the left point. Kulak will let it go, and Volstead with the save. No rebound to be had. Henrique was right in front of the net looking for a loose puck. There wasn't one, as we are 21 seconds into the second. 1-0 Wild lead.
Well, unfortunately, Nugent Hopkins didn't get the initial shot through, and then Henrique went back to the front of the net, but couldn't pick up the deflection redirection. And squandered opportunity. And they didn't give it that was a low event period.
Yep.
They didn't have a lot going on.
I give the Wild credit. They don't give you a lot of room.
They can check.
Yep. Nurse to the left wing corner. Centering pass that goes off a skate. And up near the blue line. Draisaitl will keep it in. Throw it in cross corner. Podkolzin trying to get to it, but Brodin will get it out, and it's through the middle. And the puck dumped in on the left wing, and it goes to Skinner as Boldy had dumped it in. And it's cleared out off of Faber. Brodin got it to center ice. Podkolzin in front of the Edmonton bench. At the blue line, will shoot it in. It goes off of Brodin. Edmonton trying to make a quick change here. Brodin to Faber. Up the right side, Eriksson Ek. Now to Boldy. Boldy to Faber, all the way across. Skips off the bench, right, or the boards, right in front of the Minnesota bench. Faber back into his own end, up the right wing to Boldy. 1-0 Wild. We're early in the second. Off the left wing side. Puck brought in by Hartman. Long shot, right pad saved by Skinner. Zuccarello left wing corner, threw it right through the slot. Goes across to the right wing point. Spurgeon. Right wing top of the circle. Zuccarello up to the point. A shot, and that one blocked. Never did get through to the net. Ekholm will get it out off of Zach Hyman. Middleton in behind his net for Minnesota. Left wing to Spurgeon, long pass to Kaprizov, into the Oiler end, pass to the middle off a stick, and goes over to the left wing top of the circle. McDavid had it poked away from him, and it's Bouchard over to Ekholm. And he'll come up the left wing, to center ice and shoot it in. Hits the right corner boards. Bouillon in the corner, leaving it to Tarasenko. The left wing to Kaprizov, gathers speed, comes in over the Edmonton line. To the right wing corner, Bogosian will go in behind the Edmonton net, chops it in front of the goal, and taking it out of harm's way was Lazar. Spins it in behind the net and then drops it back. And Kulak will set up in behind the Edmonton net.
Ekholm may have got away. It's a bit of a slash there on Bogosian. He made it count. Wood chopper's ball.
The left wing for Clattenburg. His pass broken up by Sturm. He'll get it to the middle. The shot by Tarasenko, steered aside by Skinner. 1-0 Wild here in the second. Sturm will roll it in front of the net, got to the slot, and then up the left wing. Janmark will get it out. Janmark at center. On the left to Brett Kulak. Comes into the Wild end. Left wing top of the circle. In behind the net to Henry. To the right. To the right wing point for Emberson. A shot does not get through. Tarasenko will get it out. Missed Trennan with the pass. That will not be icing. Goes in behind the Edmonton goal. Emberson on the right wing. On the right wing for Janmark. Across to Nugent Hopkins. He's over the line. The shot off the shoulder of Volstad. And the puck to the left corner. Sent to the blue line where Regulo keep it in. Has it on the right wing point. Over to Nurse on the left. Off the left wing boards, behind the net. Hits the stick of Nugent Hopkins to Mangiapane, right wing corner. Now to Ryan Nugent Hopkins. Top of the circle to the blue line, Regula to Nurse. Nurse off the corner boards. It's in behind the goal. To Henrique, a slide over to the right side, to the right wing point, to Regula, now to Draisaitl on the blue line. A shot, and then steered aside by Volstead. Puck along the boards inside Minnesota territory. 1-0 Wild here in the second. 3:45 gone in this second period. Puck to center ice, and Pitlick will shoot it into the Oilers zone.
There is not a lot of room out there.
On the right wing corner is Regula for the Oilers. Across to Nurse on the left wing, off the stick of Podkolzin and in. Volstead out of his net. Quickly.
How about that pass?
Good pass onto the tape of Zuccarello, now off the right wing for Kaprizov. Into the Oilers zone, gave it to Hartman. To the middle, Zuccarello, well, fan on the shot, played it in front of the net, went off of Bouchard. Got it to the line, it doesn't get out. Puck in the right wing corner. Kaprizov centering pass, hit Zuccarello. Zuccarello goes to the left wing corner with it. To Kaprizov, to the slot, and that is picked off by Draisaitl. Before it could get to Hartman, he'll give it to Podkolzin. One hands it down the left wing. And into the Wild zone is Hyman. He's up against the left wing boards. He gets tied up. It's caught up in their skates. Zuccarello's trying to dig it out. It's poked free. It goes to Ekholm. Top of the circle. Ekholm to the blue line. To the right wing point to Bouchard. Now into the slot. McDavid a move towards the net. His pass on goal. The save made by Volstead as that pass hit the skate of Hyman and the puck cleared out. It'll go all the way down. It'll be icing against the Wild as the Oilers get a good chance. They're still down though. 1-0. 5:01 gone here in the second period. Great move by McDavid.
Yeah.
Just put it right off of Hyman. And Volstead comes across, makes a stop. Got it with a pad.
Oilers loading up. McDavid, Hyman, and Draisaitl here.
Face off to the right. of Volstead. Draisaitl wins the draw to the blue line. It goes to Bouchard. Left wing point to Matthias Ekholm. Over to Bouchard. He'll wind up, doesn't shoot it. To Draisaitl, high slot. Left wing to Ekholm. He'll walk in a bit. He'll rip it off the crossbar. And the puck to the right point. Draisaitl to McDavid. Across to Bouchard. Fakes the one-timer. Gives it to McDavid. Comes down the left wing. He'll go to the net and just knocked off his stick. Penalty coming up to the Wild as they touch it.
They could have called two.
The Oilers are going their first power play as they're down 1-0 here. 5:26 gone in the second period.
Ryan Hartman, Oilers were able to get a favorable matchup. Edmonton's first power play of the game. 2 for 2 in the last game, third in the league for the Oilers. 30.2%. And penalty killing not an area of strength for Minnesota, though it's been better of late. 79%, 22nd in the league.
It's 34 or 37 in the month of November, though.
So it's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Got to win draws if you're Leon.
The Oilers do, and it's Bouchard on the blue line in the middle. Gives it to Nugent Hopkins across the one-timer by Draisaitl. Hit his stick, goes to the right corner. McDavid to Draisaitl, top of the circle on the right wing. Now to McDavid at the hash marks. He'll walk towards the net a bit. Give it to Bouchard. To McDavid, top of the circle on the right. Now to Draisaitl. His pass hits his stick, and it comes out.
Shoot the puck.
Oiler Power Play presented by ATCO Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. McDavid at center, into the Wild zone. To the right wing, stops at the hash marks, right wing point to Draisaitl, comes down the boards. To the blue line to Bouchard in the middle. Bouchard goes over to the left side. It's on the left wing point to McDavid on the right. McDavid towards the net. A shot. It's blocked. It bounces into the slot. Goes into the left wing corner. Nugent Hopkins ties up along the boards. Trying to dig it out. Still in that left wing corner. Nugent Hopkins poked it free, and it'll go to the left wing point. Bouchard to McDavid, top of the circle, into the corner. Draisaitl in front of the net. The backhand save made by Wallstead off of Hyman. Puck to the line. Bouchard, a shot. Wallstead kicks it out with the left pad. Puck on the right wing. Draisaitl to Nugent Hopkins. Over to Draisaitl, and he didn't have it for the one-timer. Went off the heel of his stick. The puck in the corner. Sturm can't get it out. To the blue line to Nugent Hopkins. Gets to the slot. Now on the right to Bouchard. Right wing corner for Draisaitl. Out to Hyman. Shot save made by Volstad. And the puck cleared down the ice by Johansson.
Well, 4 really good looks. The Oilers just didn't score. And Wallstad's having a heck of a start here.
Up the right wing is McDavid. Penalty over in 12 seconds. McDavid into the Wild zone. A shot goes off of Spurgeon. 1-0 Minnesota here in the second. Goes to the blue line. Nurse kept it in left wing point. Down the boards on the left wing. Pass comes out to the middle. Ekholm, a shot. Volstad just got a piece as the penalty expires. Hartman's out there. Edmonton 0 for 1 with a man advantage. Nurse at his own blue line. Now to Savoy in the middle. Comes in over the Wild line to Ekholm. A shot. And he sails it over the net. Rims to the right point. And it'll bounce out to center ice. Brought in by Henrique on the right to Savoy. Savoy right wing corner. Off the end boards. Goes over to the left wing. We're almost 8 minutes into the second. 1-0 Wild lead. Oilers have hit a crossbar here in the second period on a shot by Matthias Ekholm. That goes in behind the Edmonton net. Emberson over to Kulak. Room up the left wing. Then off the stick of Mangiapane and in. Volstad out to play it. To the right wing corner for Bogosian. Bogosian on the right to center ice. Gave it to Jones. Flip the puck into the Oiler end. Emberson behind the goal. Rims it. Kaprizov broke it up. Top of the circle. Now to Tarasenko. To Kaprizov. His shot. And that goes off a body and wide. Jones to the left wing. To the left wing point. Bulliam across to Kaprizov. His one-timer blocked as it went off of Lazar. Lazar along the boards inside the Edmonton end. Tied up with Tarasenko. Got it in their skates. Goes back to the blue line. Bogosian across to Bulliam. His shot and a left pad save made by Skinner. And Lazar will get the puck out of the zone. Bogosian will bank it to the neutral zone. Sturm on the right to Tarasenko across to Kaprizov. He'll come in. His shot off the arm of Skinner. The puck to the left wing side. Podkolzin for Kulak. Over to Nurse. Up the left wing. That misses Podkolzin. It will not be icing. Getting in there was Hyman. He's in behind the Wild net. In behind the goal to McDavid to the right wing point. Regula across to Nurse. Nurse, a shot, hits the end boards, jammed towards the net by Frederick, goes over to the left wing. Nurse in from the left wing point for Frederick. It's passed behind the net, broken up. Then Frederick recovers to the right side to Regula, across the line to Nurse, left wing. He'll shoot it towards the goal, and that is steered aside by Volstead. The puck along the left wing boards inside Minnesota territory. 1-0 Wild here in the second. Hyman in behind the net to McDavid, makes a couple of moves, comes out on the left, centering pass off the stick of Hyman, and it is cleared out by Stern. Center ice, it's shot in by Ogren. Goes over to the left, into the middle, off the stick of Frederick. Now he'll get it on the left wing. Frederick will dump the puck in. Volstad's going to cover it, and we'll get a whistle with 9:49 to go here in the second period. 1-0. Wild lead the Oilers. We'll be right back from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Can an energy provider make you feel carefree? We think so, because who doesn't like to be surrounded by good energy? Great rates always. Gimmicks never. Perks that reward your loyalty and energy experts who know what's what. Carefree just feels good. Encore by EPCOR, your carefree electricity and natural gas provider.
Customers are free to purchase natural gas or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822 toll-free.
This hockey season, let the fun extend beyond the ice with Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code OIL50. That's code OIL50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today and find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play.
Are you waiting for surgery? Are you suffering from arthritis and need a knee replacement or have an injury to your knee, shoulder, hand, back, or ankle? Cambie Surgery can help. Go where the pros go. Cambie Surgery Center, Vancouver, BC. Fly in and fly out. Experts in orthopedic and sports injuries and their surgeons are chosen by elite and professional athletes. Visit CambieSurgery.com. CAMBIE Surgery.com. You don't need to be a pro to be treated like one.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer here in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. Wild lead the Oilers 1-0, 9:49 to go here in the second period. Shots now 16-12 in favor of Edmonton. Oilers with a power play here in the second period. Generated plenty of opportunity. Even put one off the crossbar, but Jesper Volstead has been sharp in that Wild net. Face off in the Minnesota zone. Draisaitl, Podkolzin, Mangiapane on the ice with Ekholm and Bouchard. Hartman's taking the draw for Minnesota. The puck on the left wing. Ekholm, left wing corner. And now it goes to Podkolzin. He'll give it to Draisaitl. Comes across the top of the circle to the blue line for Bouchard to Draisaitl to Bouchard to the net. The shot just missed on the glove side. Little give and go with Bouchard and Draisaitl as Zuccarello will get the puck out of the zone for Minnesota. Comes into the Oiler end. Top of the circle, left wing. Laid it into the corner, and Bouchard will go in behind the net. Now to Draisaitl. He's on the right. Snaps along past the Podkolzin. In over the Wild line to the left point, but not quite there was Ekholm. The puck comes out. Oilers have to tag up. Ekholm shoots it in. It's in behind the Minnesota net. Rodin on the right to Zuccarello will shoot it in. Skinner to play it. Up on the glass. On the left to Nugent-Hopkins. Now to Janmark. He's through the middle. His pass on the left too far for Nugent-Hopkins to go after it in the left wing corner of the Minnesota zone. Everybody ties up. Nugent-Hopkins gets it free. Finds Janmark, left corner. He'll go in behind the net. Try to pass to get it in front of the net. Broken up by Spurgeon. It's along the boards. On the left wing is Nugent-Hopkins. His stick knocked out of his hand. It's chopped out and down. And it will just barely be icing against Minnesota. 8:27 to go here in the second period. 1-0 Wild lead.
Troy Stetcher tonight. a goal and an assist as the Maple Leafs went 4-1 in Florida. Stetch played 2 of the games in the Stanley Cup final last year.
Well, that's a heck of a night for Troy Stetcher.
Happy for him. John Klingberg, by the way, played the other 4 in the series.
Yep. Face off in the Minnesota end to the right of Volstead. And the puck to the left wing point. Matthias Ekholm across the line to Bouchard. Now on the right to McDavid. Drops it to Draisaitl. The shot to the net. Pad save made by Volstead. The puck comes loose. There's a penalty coming up.
Well,
Oilers are going on the power play.
Hartman's having a tough game in the face-off circle.
Hyman got tripped in front of the net. And the Oilers will go on the man advantage. Okay. Oilers on the power play. When we come back, 8:15 to go in the second period. 1-0 Wild lead the Oilers. From Rogers Place, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Every year, Janet hosts a dinner. Some of her friends have lost their partners. Some can't make the drive to see their families for the holidays. So they come to her. In 2021, Janet's home was one of many in Western BC that flooded. It looked like her dinner wasn't going to happen that year. Until the Canadian Red Cross helped get her back in her home in time to host. Help keep traditions like Janet's alive this holiday season. Donate at redcross.ca and have your donation triple matched.
Over the last decade, the world of work has changed dramatically. It's a change that can cause a disconnect between a company and its employees. But a partnership with Aon can help by making decisions that create a more flexible, engaged, and resilient workforce. Aon's experience and expertise, global understanding, and advanced analytics ensure that every client is better informed and better advised so that they can make better decisions. Whatever the next decade brings, Aon is in the business of better decisions.
Find more ways to save at Real Canadian Superstore. Unlock savings through always low-priced items, multi-save, club size, fresh promise, hit of the month offers, ad match, and more. Find everything you need from grocery staples, fresh produce, prepared meals, and multicultural assortments to clothing, home, entertainment, health, and beauty. Plus, PC Optimum members save more. Open the PC Optimum app to load exclusive super coupons and weekly points offers. Real Canadian Superstore. Proudly Canadian. See weekly flyer for details.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Ryan Hartman off for tripping. Edmonton on their second power play. They're down 1-0 to the Wild. We got 8:15 to go in the second period. Oiler power play presented by ATCO Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. Face off to the right of Volstead. Puck to the blue line. And Bouchard in the middle now. Over to the right. A shot saved by Volstead through traffic. That hit him in the right pad. And Eriksson Ek will clear it down the ice.
Well, right now, he's good, but pucks are hitting him too, Cam.
Yeah, he never saw that shot. That just hit him in the right pad. But he was in a good spot. Through the middle, McDavid weaves his way in over the line, trying to go to the net, poked off his stick. Faber will drill it, but it won't get out. Eriksson Ek will find that puck off the left wing boards and down the ice.
That one hit Hyman.
Yeah.
McDavid tried a one-man zone entry.
Draisaitl at the Edmonton blue line. Cross to McDavid, out of Nugent-Hopkins. Along the left side, into the corner to McDavid, goes in behind the net to the right, to the point in the middle. Bouchard, left wing, Nugent-Hopkins to Bouchard. Bouchard, left wing to Nugent-Hopkins. Looks in front of the net, gets it across, just missed McDavid. Now he has it on the right wing, out of the right wing corner. For Draisaitl, off the skate of Hyman to the blue line to Bouchard. Bouchard on the right wing into the corner to Draisaitl. To Bouchard. Bouchard to Draisaitl. Towards the net on the right, into the corner, McDavid. Up to the top of the circle. 35 seconds to man advantage to Bouchard, and he blasts it wide. Comes around the boards and out. 1-0 Wild, 6:42 to go here in the second period. It's shot into the Minnesota zone. Volstad through the middle will sail it down the ice.
He's got good puck handling skills, doesn't he?
He does. Draisaitl coming out of the Oiler end. Draisaitl on the right wing at the Minnesota blue line. Off his stick into the corner. Middleton around and out. Trennan will chase after it. Nurse runs into Trennan. They go into the corner. Ekholm up the right wing for Matt Savoy. Penalty now over. Edmonton 0 for 2 on the power play. Puck at the Edmonton blue line. Spurgeon had to go in behind him. Savoy going to it, and he'll come into the Minnesota end. Give it to Henrique. Henrique will go towards the net off the stick of Volstad. The puck to the middle, and Hartman on the backhand will get it out. Won't be hard enough for icing as Nurse inside his own end with it. Cross to Matthias Ekholm. The right wing to Curtis Lazar. Comes into the Wild end to the right wing corner. Lazar on the end board. Slides off the check of Middleton. To the top of the circle. In behind the net. Gave it to Frederick. Frederick comes over to the left wing point. For Kulak, his shot. That hit bodies in front of the net. High in the air and out with it was Middleton. That'll bounce inside the Edmonton blue line. Emberson across to Kulak. Kulak up the left wing, got it out. Off of Janmark. Bogosian jams it off the boards. It'll go right down to Skinner. He had to set it for Ty Emberson. Gave it to Kulak behind the Edmonton net to Emberson on the right wing. Out to center ice. Frederick will shoot it in. Volstad out to play the puck to Bouillon. Up the left wing for Kaprizov. Comes into the Oilers zone to the middle. And Eriksson Ek got tied up by Nurse. Puck goes to the blue line. Bogosian on the right wing point. He'll walk in. He'll shoot it. Save made by Skinner. The rebound in the slot. And it's Draisaitl to bring it out. Comes flying down the right wing. In over the line. Drops it to Mangiapane. Shot off the arm of Volstad and out of play. A great chance for Andrew Mangiapane. 4:32 to go in the second period. 1-0 Wild lead the Oilers. Will be right back from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Believing in yourself takes confidence. At Portage College, 93% of grads say their education gave them the skills and knowledge they needed for their careers. That's the kind of confidence that leads to great results. Learn more at portagecollege.ca.
Rogers is Canada's most reliable 5G Plus network, so you can stream Edmonton Oilers games and see Leon scoring in Leduc. Watch Ty tie things up in Tofield. Or check out Connor doing Connor things in Kalmar. And even watch Stu steal the show while you're in Sedalia. Try saying that 3 times fast. Rogers, this is our game.
Celebrating 70 years in the signage industry, William Huff Advertising is the most recognized name in the game. An in-house, one-stop shop for all of your design, print, and installation needs. William Huff provides quality graphic solutions for everyone. Here in our City of Champions and throughout the nation, they're the preferred signage partner entrusted by many of the biggest corporations, pro sports teams, and organizations to bring their identity to life. Recognize the name, get in the game. WilliamHuff.com.
Believing in yourself takes confidence. At Portage College, 93% of grads say their education gave them the skills and knowledge they needed for their careers. That's the kind of confidence that leads to great results. Learn more at portagecollege.ca.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. 1-0 Wild lead the Oilers. First period goal by Jonas Brodin. That's been it. We got 4:32 to go here in the second period. Face off in the Wild zone to the left of Volstad.
Volstad's been good.
Very good.
The Oilers have won 68% of the faceoffs in this game before Draisaitl got tossed out of the circle there against Hartman. Hartman might win one. He's 0 for 5. What about Sturm? 78, not 38. Well, 78 won the one that mattered.
That's right. That led to the goal. It was right off the draw.
Now, that said, Stuart Skinner got a clear look at it.
Puck dumped in. Volstad to play it. Right wing for Tarasenko. Off the right side to Sturm. We'll get it to center ice for Trennan. Get the puck in on the left wing. Bouchard off the boards and out. Ekholm on the left side will snap the puck into the Wild zone. Right wing puck, Colson goes into the corner. Up against the boards with Trennan. Loose puck to Draisaitl. Gets to the middle of the ice. It's bouncing puck. Ekholm chops it over to the right side for Draisaitl. Right wing point to Bouchard. Back to Draisaitl in the corner. Centering pass off of Trennan. Draisaitl gets it right back for Mangiapane up the right wing. A shot. Pad save by Volstead. On the left wing point, Ekholm to Bouchard, who's being pressured. The puck does come out. Ekholm shoots it back in, and it's offside against the Oilers. 3:28 to go here in the second. 1-0 the Wild lead.
That said, this is looking a little bit more like Edmonton's game here. Slowly.
It's coming around.
Yeah, you can see it coming around. And look, every team's got injuries. These guys don't have Rossi's their first-line center. They don't have Foligno. He's a third-line winger for them. Both teams are just playing three lines right now, by the way. But Edmonton doesn't have Roslovic, who's been one of the three Oilers to score 10-plus goals. He's been a wonderful addition. It's a big loss for them here. And Kapanen, who would give them some pace and tempo in the bottom six.
Pass for Henrique just beyond him. It goes into the Wild end. Middleton to the right wing corner to Spurgeon. Up the right side to Boldy, now to the middle. And it's Middleton to center ice. Gains the center ice line, shoots it in. Goes around on the left wing. Into the left wing corner. Eriksson Ek out to Boldy. Off of him. And the puck cleared out by Nurse. And it will be just barely hard enough for icing. And icing is the call. With 2:55 to go here in the second period. Face off in the Oilers zone. Oil Kings are at home Friday against Red Deer. Sunday is the Teddy Bear toss. That's against Prince Albert. 4 o'clock game on Sunday here at Rogers Place.
PA's got a real good team this year,
yes,
too.
Yes, they do. That'll be a great game.
The Oil Kings are 26-2 this year, with a large percentage of their games on the road.
Yes. Face off to the left of Skinner. Nugent-Hopkins wins the draw. The puck sent to the line, but Bogosian had kept it in. Nugent-Hopkins this time up in the air and out. Bogosian just to the Edmonton blue line. Nugent-Hopkins can go cross ice to Matthias Janmark. He'll drive down the right wing, stop on the right side at the hash marks, in behind the net for Henrique. Henrique centering pass. That is just broken up by Hartman. And Hartman through the middle.
Go back in.
The Edmonton line, it's dropped. William from the left wing, his shot misses the Edmonton net. Bogosian in behind the goal. Walking out, Zuccarello, shot, save made by Skinner. And he's able to squeeze that and hold on with 2:14 to go in the second, and the Wild up by a score of 1-0.
Brett Kulak and Ty Emerson are having a conversation for a little bit of a communication mistake. And a short-side attempt for Zuccarello, who's got 28 points in 24 career games against the Oilers.
Face off to the left of Skinner. Puck goes to Kulak, will flip it out. Bouncing in the neutral zone. Eriksson Ek rimmed the puck into the Oiler end. Goes to the right wing point. Faber into the corner to Boldy in front of the goal, just swept away by Skinner before it could get to Eriksson Ek. Savoy for Emberson will go in behind the Edmonton goal. They'll just wait back there. Boldy just beyond the Edmonton crease. Emberson still in behind the Edmonton net. Comes over to the right. Long pass out to center for Hyman. He'll scoop the puck to the left wing corner. He goes after it. Brodin taken to the end boards by Hyman. Loose puck to Savoy. Now to Hyman to the left wing point for Ekholm. Across to Bouchard. Makes a little move. Gets to the slot. Doesn't have a lane to shoot. Left wing for Ekholm. Ekholm up to the blue line. Little bank pass smacked off the stick of McDavid by Eriksson Ek, and it comes out. Bouchard, left wing, missed Hyman with it. It'll go right to the netminder, Volstad. Now to Faber in the right wing corner. Up the right wing boards. Ekholm stepped up, creates the turnover. Frederick will flip the puck in on the right wing. Off of Draisaitl, it's top of the circle, cleared out and down the ice by Brodin as we're into the last minute here of the second period. That will be an icing call. 54 seconds to go in the second. 1-0, the Wild lead. Face-off will be to the right of Volstead.
Sometimes we've seen first-time goaltenders pose a problem. I know people thought that of you in the Western League. You were
sure.
When you went into Saskatoon first time, you were a problem for the Blades, teammates of yours.
Yes, I definitely was.
You were good enough to play in the WHL. Don't let anybody say otherwise.
Volstead covers it up. We'll do it again.
But one of the most famous ones ever, at the height of the Oilers' glory in the 1980s.
Darren Pupa
at RPI.
Yep.
For the Buffalo Sabres.
At the Coliseum.
Yeah. This guy's played well. He got one break. And that's that Ekholm hit the crossbar. And he's had a couple pucks hit him on Oiler power play attempts.
Off the draw, puck hits the right wing corner. Trent Frederick cycles the puck to Draisaitl. 45 seconds to go in the second period. Off the right wing boards to McDavid. Across to Ekholm. He'll put it towards the net, just looking for the redirection by Frederick. He just missed it. It's cleared out. 32 seconds to go here in the second. 1-0 Wild lead. McDavid winding it up through the middle. Forced over to the right. On the backhand, he'll shoot it in. Wallstead out the rim it. Got it to the line and just passed Bouchard.
He can really handle the puck.
Rip it.
Not quite sure what the Oilers scouts didn't like in this guy.
On the left wing, Frederick at the blue line. Right in past Spurgeon. Spurgeon into the middle of the ice for Sturm. Sturm will just take the time off the clock. Second period will end. It's 1-0 Minnesota. That's where it was after one. Same thing after two. But a lot of positives for the Oilers in that second period.
Much better period. But you're playing a goalie. What's going on here? Oh, Darnell's just waiting for Stuart Skinner. Goalie's playing well for Minnesota. He's stopping pucks. I mean, the Oilers had 15 shots on goal in that period. Only gave up 7, but they're still chasing. And they're 0 for 2 in the power play. Got some work to do here. Go win a period in the third.
They gained some momentum off those power plays. Also had one go off the crossbar on a Matthias Ekholm blast from the point with the man advantage, but have not been able to get one past Jesper Wallstedt so far in this game. He has been outstanding. 1-0. The Wild lead the Oilers after 40 minutes. Brendan Escott, Rob Brown, they're standing by, and they've got the intermission for you when we come back. From Rogers Place, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
During every Oilers game day, the Canadian Brewhouse is your hockey headquarters. Cheer on the blue and orange, surrounded by fans as passionate as you are, while sipping $1 off tankards of Molson Canadian and Coors Light. And that's not all. Every game day, you can enter to win Oilers home game tickets. So grab your crew, grab a seat, and make the Canadian Brewhouse your go-to spot this hockey season. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
Stay connected with your community and enjoy the latest updates and exclusive access to concerts and events by becoming an 880 CHED Insider. Don't miss out on a single moment. Sign up now at 880ched.com and click on CHED Insider Newsletter to become a vital part of Edmonton's premier news and talk community. 880 CHED, Edmonton's news, today's talk, where Edmonton stays informed and entertained today and every day. This is At the Intermission on the Oilers Radio Network.
Draisaitl high slot, left wing to Ekholm. He'll walk in a bit. He'll rip it off the crossbar. And the puck to the right point. Draisaitl to McDavid.
There's our highlight zone, brought to you by Century Casinos. All in, all games, all season. Century Casinos with 3 great locations in Edmonton, St. Albert, and next to Edmonton International Airport. Welcome to the winner's zone. Nothing doing scoring-wise in that period. A lot of shots on goal by Edmonton. They tripled their total from the first period. So that was an area of focus for that middle frame, Rob Brown, and they were able to pile some rubber on top of the goaltender. But Jesper Wallstedt, he didn't cave, and he's showing an ability to handle the puck really well, too.
Yeah, good point on that. He made a couple great plays with the puck on his stick, got the Wild out of trouble a couple times, iced the puck once when they were under pressure. He's very good with the puck on his stick, and he's also very good keeping it out of the net. The Oilers didn't really have a whole lot of grade A scoring chances in the first period. They did in the second, and Wallstedt comes in with some gaudy numbers, 193 goals against average, a 938 save percentage, which is unheard of nowadays in the National Hockey League, and we're seeing why. in that period. A number of big saves from in close on little dekes by Hyman, from out high from Draisaitl, Mangiapane. He made it look easy. And give the Oilers credit in that period. They planted guys in front of the net in his space. You had Frederick there. You had Hyman there. Guys just hanging around the blue paint, just trying to make it a little bit harder for Wallstedt to move laterally, yet he found a way. That was a very good period by the Oilers. And also, don't overlook a couple nice saves by Skinner. He wasn't busy. But he had to make a couple saves. That any of those go in, and all of a sudden, the lead is extended, and you're putting all this pressure on, yet you find yourself further behind. So Skinner was good. Wallstedt was fantastic. And the Oilers have set themselves up for a third period where they win a period, they can win a hockey game, but they're going to have to continue to put pucks on net.
Absolutely. And you're right. The game is fully within reach right now, which is, what you're asking for after 40 minutes of play. If you can't be in the lead, you at least want to be within striking distance, and they totally are. Curious about your thoughts on the power play opportunities. I thought the first one, it generated some chances, but they're electing to pass a lot instead of a couple of times where certainly maybe the shot mentality would have even paid off more.
The first power play was very good and created a number of grade A scoring chances, and the Oilers were very unfortunate not to put one back by the goaltender Wallstedt. He was good. The second one, I don't think they got a shot on it, and they turned down a number of good looks. Evan Bouchard has an absolute bomb. The Wild are trying to take away Connor and Leon. They don't want those guys to burn them. There was a number of times where Bouchard was set at the top of the blue line, and he could have fired it on net. What the Oilers are fantastic at, we've seen over the last number of years, is puck retrieval. So even if Bouchard's puck doesn't go in, I like the Oilers' chances of getting the puck back and creating again. Havoc comes from a shot from the point. That's when there's chaos. And you usually have the advantage as the offensive players on the power play. A, you got a man advantage. But B, you're facing where the puck is going. So I'd like to see Bouchard shoot more. I'd like to see the Oilers take more. This is a great goaltender. So fire pucks from everywhere on him. And there was a great example of the Oilers not wanting to shoot. Evan Bouchard made an unbelievable toe drag at the blue line. He got the Minnesota Wild players swimming. And at that point, as soon as you pull, he should have taken one step and absolutely fired it on net. Instead, he gets the guy spinning, he walks, and then he skates the puck over to Ekholm, and then he turns and passes the back. So you made this great play, created yourself a shooting lane, and you didn't shoot. So those are the ones they got to shoot more on. But yes, the second power play, and what happens too, Brendan, and we saw it twice, when you're not scoring, then you have players trying to do too much. Connor McDavid picked the puck up, tried going 1-on-4.
Yeah.
He loses the puck, they shoot it down. That's an extra 10, 15 seconds off. At the end of the same power play, Leon tries the same thing, tries to be 1-on-4. Lose the puck, they shoot the puck down. So sometimes you try too hard when the simple play is get the puck in, get the puck on net, and then work it from there.
Bottom line is, it seems like a game where there's just not a lot of room to negotiate around the ice. Like, I've got a lot of respect for how Minnesota's keeping Edmonton to the periphery right now, or at least, certainly did to start this game. And frankly, Edmonton's not allowed a ton of opportunities the other direction either. Just 15 shots on goal is generated through 2 periods by Minnesota. So it's two teams that have really focused on the defensive aspect of this game here tonight.
Yeah, not a lot of odd man breaks, which means teams aren't cheating offensively. So that's a good thing. You're not giving up the easy opportunities. One thing that I've liked about the Wild, and this is something that going forward I'd like to see the Oilers more so in front of their own net. If there is a puck in front of the net, or if there's a shot coming in, watch the Wild. They will just put their arms and stick over top of the Oilers player's stick. And they don't care where the puck goes. They are just completely taking away the stick of the Oiler player and allowing their goaltender to try and find the puck. Dig it out, put your glove, find it wherever it is, or move it, or let a forward come back and get it. Now, the Oilers got a fortunate break on a power play that I think they gave it to Hartman. That was, I didn't like that call. It seemed like Hyman fell, but it was simple. They just not allowing the Oilers forwards in front to get that second chance. They're saying to their goaltender, we will clear out. You find the puck. So that's something that's good. They're winning battles in the blue paint. But both teams have been good defensively. But the one goal, the only goal that has gone in tonight was a simple play. shooting a puck on net. And I think that's what the Oilers have to continue to do here in the third period.
I think they've really balanced the ice time out tonight for the most part as well. McDavid's up there at 15-22, Draisaitl at 15-19, but otherwise everyone's kind of hovering between 9.5 and 11.5 minutes out there. So you can tell that they've had a pretty even deployment, I would suggest, of the Oilers so far, and we'll see how that gets ratcheted up or changed in this third period. Just worth noting here, Connor Clattenburg, somebody we've talked a lot about in recent games. He's only played less than 4 minutes tonight in 5 shifts.
Yeah, well, that's the one problem that we talked about with Clattenburg is he's not going to be on any special teams, and in close games, you're not going to have him on the ice as much. So now you're trying to find him ice time. The one thing, and it goes to what you just talked about with the ice time for the rest of the players, Chris Knobloch said they're trying to get Frederick going. They know there's more to the player than they've seen thus far. There's been 2 or 3 shifts so far this game where he has come out with Connor and Leon. Yep. So there's a fourth line guy trying to get extra ice time playing with the 2 stars. He has been noticeable in this game. Maybe this is the breakthrough game that he needs, because the Oilers need a goal from somebody that has not put the puck in the back of the net very often. Maybe tonight it'll be Trent Frederick.
It just feels like the kind of game, Rob, where you're going to need a greasy one to get going here, and you're going to need, not get going, but get on the score sheet, and then perhaps another one in short order to figure out how to get past this goaltender who you knew was going to be a problem, but also, I was asking the question in the lead up to this game, is it the team defense or is it the guy behind the team defense? It's a pretty solid, rock solid combo of both, as evidenced by tonight.
Yeah, I agree. It is both. When there has been a breakdown, he has been there and he has made some big saves. But what the Minnesota Wild haven't done, I haven't watched them all season long, but through 40 minutes, they just don't make a big mistake. They will bend at times. You can hem them in a little bit, but they don't make that huge mistake where they give up a 2-on-1 or a breakaway. And that's just they got high IQ on their back end, and it's not allowing the Oilers to get that extra man flying into the zone for creating a grade A scoring chance.
Good analysis from our Rob Brown. More coming up from him in the post-game show. Oilers overtime. Remember, you can send your text messages to 780-451-8800. Happy to field those when we get going with Oilers overtime after the game. We've got lots more still to come, even here on this intermission show. It's at the intermission for your Ford dealers, NHL hockey, on the Oilers Radio Network.
From the first time on skates to wearing a special jersey passed down through generations, Sentinel Storage is here for you. Store your sports gear to create space for all life's adventures. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelStorage.ca. Proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
Hey folks, Paul Brandt here. Around these parts, we work hard, play hard, and we demand the best. Sometimes you need a truck that's a cut above. The Ford Super Duty. Tough enough for any job with the style and luxury you deserve. It's as powerful as it is refined, with cutting-edge features that make every drive a pleasure. In short, this ain't your everyday pickup. The Ford Super Duty. Drive the finest truck Alberta has to offer today at your Alberta Ford dealer. And tell them PV sent you.
Who bleed orange and blue, never miss a game, and are always on the edge of their seat. Show your passion for the Oilers and cheer on the team at Molson Oilers Game Day Live. Attend throughout the season for your chance to win 2026-27 Edmonton Oilers season seats. Be there for the next Game Day Live event on December 9th at Time Out Pub. For the full event schedule and to RSVP to the Ultimate Oilers Watch Party, visit OilersGameDayLive.com.
From the first time on skates to wearing a special jersey passed down through generations, Sentinel Storage is here for you. Store your sports gear to create space for all life's adventures. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca. Proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
This is Global News at the second intermission. I'm Zach Ferguson. The UCP government is directing police in the province not to enforce Ottawa's gun buyback program and has also issued guidance to Crown prosecutors to think twice about charging someone who acts to defend themselves or others in their own homes. Justice Minister Mickey Amory says that the program does nothing to stop violent criminals. Chiefs at the Assembly of First Nations voted unanimously to uphold BC's Northern Coast oil tanker ban and call for Ottawa to withdraw the federal Alberta MOU. BC Energy Minister Adrian Dix said the the vote supports the province's view that new northern pipelines are unnecessary and costly with no serious proposals for southern routes. And U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement has purchased 20 armored vehicles from Canadian company Rochelle for around $7.3 million U.S. The vehicles, known as the Senator Stang Emergency Response Models, are designed to resist bullets and bomb blasts. I'm Zach Ferguson. Your next scheduled newscast will be after the game on 880 CHED.
Zach from EPCOR here. When winter rolls in, my family's outside skating, tobogganing, and enjoying the season. But stormwater ponds aren't the place. These ponds protect our neighborhoods from flooding year-round. Even in winter, the water keeps moving under the surface, making the ice unpredictable and unsafe. Edmonton has safe spots to skate and sled, like my favorite, the Rundle Park Iceway and Toboggan Hills. Stay back, stay off, stay safe. A note from your neighbors at EPCOR.
Did you know that there are 9 Napa Auto Parts stores serving the greater Edmonton area and have been doing so for more than 50 years? Since Napa first opened in Edmonton, the community has grown and vehicles have changed, but you can always trust Napa Auto Parts to provide you with the expert know-how and the best vehicle parts. And if that isn't enough, every time you visit a Napa Auto Parts store when you present your AMA card, you receive an additional 10% discount on all retail parts and accessories. Visit your local Napa Auto Parts store for more offers and expert know-how. Napa Auto Parts is a proud fan of the Edmonton Oilers.
Do you have tickets to an upcoming event at Rogers Place that you can't attend? Donate your tickets to the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation Seats for Kids program, presented by Eagle Builders. Seats for Kids provides unused game tickets for charities, allowing children and families to enjoy hockey at Rogers Place. And for many, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. To be a part of the Seats for Kids program presented by Eagle Builders, please email edmonton@kidsupfront.com. That's edmonton@kidsupfront.com.
This is At the Intermission on the Oilers Radio Network.
Time now for the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of your Edmonton Oilers. Just going to navigate right to the right page here. We've got a bunch of finals from earlier this afternoon, this evening, and it's, a 5-1 final in Nashville. The Predators knocked off the Flames. Maple Leafs 4, Panthers 1 in Florida. The Rangers get a home ice win with a goal from Carson Soucy, Irma, Alberta's Carson Soucy. 3-2, the final in overtime over the Stars, and 2-1, the Islanders beat the Lightning. 5-4, it was the Red Wings over the Bruins. 5-2, the Senators beat the Canadiens. In action right now, just getting going in the third period. The Avalanche have a 3-1 lead over the Canucks. It's all tied up at 1 between the Blackhawks and Golden Knights in Vegas, and they're scoreless in Los Angeles. The Capitals are visiting the Los Angeles Kings. Tomorrow night, you've got the Bakersfield Condors hosting the Tucson Roadrunners, and the Edmonton Oil Kings off until Friday, when the Red Deer Rebels pay them a visit. It's also a teddy bear toss game on Sunday night with Prince Albert in town. That's going to be a riot for everybody in attendance. And, of course, you've seen the shots of the bears raining down from the sky. I believe there's a few tickets left for that one if you want to check into it. EdmontonOilKings.com. Check them out there. That is the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of your Edmonton Oilers. We're at the intermission. It's 1-0 Wild. Here comes third period play-by-play on Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
You've been listening to At the Intermission on the Oilers Radio Network.
Wherever Canadians raise a glass, you'll find Molson. There's a good reason for that. When you've been in Canada for over 230 years, you get around in the cups and fridges of Canadians, generation after generation. Molson has a beer for everyone. So raise a glass or cup or whatever you pour your Molson in, because it doesn't matter what it's in. It matters where it's from. Canadian, export, ultra, excel, Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
Pizza 73 has been serving up the pizza you crave. From their famous pan pizzas and golden crispy wings to bold new creations like stuffed crust and the all-new volcano pizza, they keep bringing the flavor. Born in OilCountry, made in OilCountry. They're proud to be serving Edmonton since 1985. Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. Order now at pizza73.com.
Meet Joe. Joe knows that a happy partner equals a happy trip.
Joe booked a room through Edmonton's besthotels.com and scored up to $225 in rewards. Hello, date night, fancy dinner, the works. Joe is smart. Be like Joe. Visit EdmontonsBestHotels.com to book your next stay in Edmonton.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app. This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer, 1-0 Wild lead. The Oilers are getting ready for the third period of play. The Oilers caring for OilCountry 50-50, presented by Rogers, is back with life-changing jackpots. Tonight's Oilers 50-50 jackpot, it's sitting at $208,000 and climbing. Our next lucky winner could be you. Get your tickets now at EdmontonOilers.com/5050. We drop the puck. We're underway here in the third as Zuccarello will deflect that into the Oiler bench. That hit someone. And we get a whistle just 5 seconds in. 1-0 Wild lead. It was a first period goal by Jonas Brodin. It was right off the face-off. Sturm won the draw. Brodin with a shot from the point that gets past Skinner, and that has been it. Oilers solid in that second period, out shooting Minnesota 15-6. Also hit a crossbar. But Jesper Wallstedt has been perfect so far as Draisaitl comes into the Wild zone to the right wing corner. Bumped by Middleton. They battle for it along the boards. It goes to the blue line. Bouchard winds up. His shot is blocked. He gets it back. Now off the stick of McDavid. Comes back to the point. The shot by Bouchard and the save made by Wallstedt as Podkolzin got dumped in front of the net. But there'll be a face-off in the Minnesota zone.
Wallstedt is seeing everything, Cam. Even when he shouldn't be seeing it, he's finding it. Like, he is locked in. And I had no idea he could handle. I mean, we watched him. He wasn't this good handling the puck. He is making plays. Oilers have switched their lines around a little bit here. Nugent Hopkins now with Hyman and Savoy. It's a three-line game now.
He's off to the left of Wallstedt as Nugent Hopkins up near the point, but it goes off of Johansson. He's able to get it out. Johansson at the Edmonton line. The pass to the middle, and that's broken up by Regula. Eriksson Ek will keep it into the middle. The shot by Boldy, and he just blasts it wide of the Edmonton goal. Up near the blue line, Nugent Hopkins will get through center. Into the Minnesota end. Shot. The save, the rebound off the stick of Hyman and wide. Hyman in the left wing corner. Around to the right, Regula in from the point. He's about top of the circle. Comes back to the blue line. Right wing to Nugent Hopkins. Off the boards, goes in behind the net to the left. Nurse to Hyman. They got taken out in the puck on the left wing, and it's cleared by Brodin to center ice to Tarasenko. Into the Oiler end on the left wing. Wedged on the boards by Emberson. It's in behind the Edmonton net. Nurse to Emberson. On the right wing, able to get it out. We're just underway here in the third. 1-0. The Wild lead the Oilers.
So 3 vets on this line here with these rejigged lines. They're going to need something out of Mangiapane, Janmark, and Henrique.
Mangiapane recovers it in the Wild end on the left wing to Henrique.
And nobody can get caught down, got to make plays.
Puck to the blue line. Emberson to Janmark to the middle. Henrique shot. That's off his stick. Goes to the right wing corner. Bogosian up against the boards.
This trio cannot sell out for offense, Cam. That's what I'm telling you.
Janmark to the left wing corner. Down the left wing to Mangiapane. To the blue line for Kulak. A shot off his stick, then swatted away by Wallstedt. The puck on the left wing.
Told you, he's seeing stuff that lots of other guys wouldn't right now.
William up the right wing. To the line to Pitlick. He will get it out of the zone for Minnesota. To Trennan. Comes into the Oiler end, then comes right back out of it.
So it's McDavid, Podkolzin, and Draisaitl here.
Left wing, Jones into the Oiler end. Softly into the left wing corner for Kaprizov. Hacks it to the right side, comes in front to Jones, and didn't get much on it. And it goes into the glove of Skinner. He holds on. 2 minutes, 35 seconds. Gone here in the third period. 1-0, the Wild lead.
Both teams shorten the bench quite a bit.
Face off to the left of Skinner. We'll see who the Wild are putting out there, and they will take the Draisaitl McDavid, Podkolzin trio off the ice. Henrique, Frederick, Lazar.
Wow. Got to win draws, didn't.
And it goes to the point. Left wing, Brodin to Faber. Faber through the middle, left side to Boldy. Went off his stick into the corner. Henrique will get it out, glove down by Brodin. To Johansson. It's into the Oiler end on the left wing. To the left wing corner, goes in behind the Edmonton net. Ekholm up the boards, doesn't get out. Faber coming in from the blue line, goes in behind the goal. His centering pass into the slot, and Lazar collects it for Edmonton on the right wing for Frederick. He'll shoot it in. Falstead to the right wing corner to Johansson, now to Brodin. Brodin up to center, was looking for Kaprizov. That's broken up. Brodin will follow the play and able to shoot it in.
Brodin's had a good game. He's got the goal, but it's his defensive work, mostly against McDavid.
Nurse out of the Oiler end. Right wing to Draisaitl. Cross ice pass. Podkolzin a shot just off the glove of Volstead. The puck on the right wing up near the blue line, top of the circle, and Kaprizov got it out. Right wing to Zuccarello. Will dump it in. Nurse around the right wing. Draisaitl had it knocked off his stick by Kaprizov. It gets to the middle. And Podkolzin to center ice on the left wing. He'll shoot it in. It rims on the right. To the right wing corner. Poked up the boards to Zuccarello and out through the middle to Spurgeon. And at center ice, softly play it in. Go off for a change. Just over 4 minutes gone here in the third. 1-0, the Wild lead. Emberson through the neutral zone. Over the line to Savoy on the right. To the left wing for Hyman. Takes a hard hit there from Pitlick. And the puck cleared out. And it's Jones into the Oiler end on the left wing. Jones to the left wing point, but unable to hold the line was Bulliam. And the puck in the neutral zone. Bulliam retreats into his own end to Bogosian on the right wing. Holmgren only got it to the Edmonton blue line. This time it's Hyman coming in to the Minnesota end, goes to the right wing corner. Now to Matt Savoy. Savoy to the blue line to Bouchard. It was in his skates off the stick of Bogosian. It comes out.
Boy, the checking is tight.
Not a lot of room. There's Matthias Ekholm. Has it in Edmonton territory. Center ice to Henrique. And now brought in Mangiapane's shot. And it launches off. A stick goes out of play. 5 minutes, 5 seconds gone here in the third. 1-0 the Wild lead.
Jason Botterill, the GM of the Seattle Kraken, is already in Edmonton. Now, his father, Cal Botterill, at one time was a sports psychologist at the University of Alberta.
Is that right?
Yes, used to hang with Claire Drake, Jim Donlevy back in the day.
Claire Drake coaching the hockey team. Didn't Donlevy coach the football?
Yes, well, so did Claire Drake.
Okay.
In 67, 68, coached football in the fall and hockey in the winter. And won a national championship in both sports in the same calendar year, or the same school year.
That's crazy.
That's a guy that can coach.
Puck gets to center ice. Brodin on the left, off the stick of Sturm. It goes into the Oilers zone. Ekholm around the boards on the left wing to McDavid. Now to Draisaitl to McDavid. Puck brought in, goes to Podkolzin into the middle. The one-timer, and that's kicked out by Volstead on the shot by Bouchard. Puck along the left wing boards. McDavid centering pass to Podkolzin, broken up. Brodin with a good play, and it comes out to Tarasenko on the right wing to Trennan. They'll dump it in. Puck gets into the corner. Matthias Ekholm with Trennan. Gets off a skate, goes to Mangiapane now on the right wing. To Zach Hyman at center ice, he'll flip it in. Bounces off the end board. It's in behind the net and wrapped around by Henrique. Saved by Volstead. Puck top of the circle. And Kaprizov has it now for Minnesota. Up the left wing to Zuccarello. Into the Oiler end. Stops up at the blue line. Cross ice pass. That is read well and broken up by Mangiapane. On the left wing to Henrique, into the Minnesota end, will shoot it. Volstead the save, and the rebound just chopped wide. Great chance there for Mangiapane. He's in the right wing corner. Out to Henrique on the right wing. Pass to the middle. That's off the skate of Nurse. And Kaprizov will get to center ice.
It's the first one he spilled all game. The Oilers couldn't tap home the rebound.
Rimmed on the left to Clattenburg.
He hasn't been on the ice for a period and a half here. Got to get the puck out. Nearly too many men.
Yep. Emberson just inside the Edmonton blue line. 7 minutes gone here in the third. 1-0 Wild lead. Clattenburg will shoot it in. Bogosian goes in behind the Minnesota net. Off the left wing boards. Top of the circle. Eriksson Ek made sure it got out. Johansson went to dump it in. Knocked down by Kulak. Could give it to Frederick. And now on the right wing for Clattenburg. Into the Minnesota zone on the right side. Clattenburg into the corner. Pass from Lazar to Clattenburg. Off a stick to the left wing point to Kulak. Top of the circle. Hacked away from Lazar. Comes out. Emberson has it at the Edmonton blue line. Over to Kulak, and he'll come up the left wing through the middle to Savoy. That's chopped away from him, and Johansson will bring it in. Johansson's shot, and the save made by Skinner. He held on to it. 7 minutes, 44 seconds gone here in the third. 1-0 Wild lead the Oilers. We'll be right back from Rogers Place. It's Fort Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Rogers is Canada's most reliable 5G Plus network, so you can stream Edmonton Oilers games and see Leon scoring in Leduc. Watch Ty tie things up in Tofield. Or check out Connor doing Connor things in Kalmar. And even watch Stu steal the show while you're in Sedalia. Try saying that 3 times fast. Rogers, this is our game.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. Big skies, rugged landscapes. Now that's Alberta in a nutshell. And if you're looking for an SUV that can keep up with this place, check out the Ford Bronco. Built for those who crave adventure, with serious off-road capability and style to spare. Whether you're hitting the mountain trails or exploring the back roads, it's the perfect ride for those who want to experience everything this province has to offer. The Ford Bronco. Adventure awaits at your Alberta Ford dealer. And tell them PB sent you.
Steelhaus Triton, 2 legendary oilfield services brands, 1 powerful partnership. Rooted in innovation, reliability, and a steadfast commitment to excellence, Steelhaus is proudly 100% Canadian-owned and locally manufactured. With over 15 field service locations across the prairies and up to the Rockies, they deliver world-class energy solutions with unmatched responsiveness, helping their customers thrive in the most demanding environments. Steelhaus Triton, engineered for performance, built in Canada. Visit steelhausinc.com for more information.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. 1-0 Wild lead, 7:44 gone here in the third. The broadcast brought to you by Ford, official partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Ready, set, 4. Face off in the Oilers zone to the left of Skinner. Nugent Hopkins will take the draw. He's on the ice with Henrique and Hyman. Kulak and Emberson on the back end. Puck goes to Kulak. Will flip it up into the air and out to center. Nugent Hopkins cross ice pass. That's picked off. Tarasenko will come in on the right wing. To the right wing corner, trying to drive it to the net. Put it on goal. Saved by Skinner. It's in behind the net. Kulak up the right wing. The Nugent Hopkins to the blue line where Sturm will keep it in. To Kaprizov. He's on the right wing boards. To the blue line. Faber. Shot tipped on net. Saved by Skinner. That was redirected maybe 10 feet in front of Stuart Skinner by Sturm. And he was able to squeeze it and hold on.
Well, not a lot of work for Stuart here the second and third period, but that was his best save. And he fought that one off. Got to get pucks out. Nugent Hopkins threw a pass across the middle, and that led to a transition, and then the Oilers had to defend.
Face off to the left of Skinner. Only goal in this game in the first period. Jonas Brodin, the goal scorer for Minnesota. The puck at the top of the circle, and now Draisaitl can come out for Edmonton on the right wing. Off the right wing boards it in. Podkolzin will get to it. Podkolzin to the right wing point. Bouchard takes it to the middle of the ice, winds up his shot, tipped on net. Volstead the save.
What a save. Great deflection by Podkolzin.
Center ice, and Zuccarello will shoot it into the Oilers zone. It's in behind the net. Kaprizov centers it. Played towards the net by Zuccarello. Went off the outside of the goal, and it's McDavid up the right wing. Into the Minnesota end. Cuts across, gets it across. Podkolzin shot, and that's blocked. And it goes up and out of play.
He's got to let it go right away. If he one times that, he's got a chance. Double clutched it.
Face-off will be in Minnesota territory to the right of Jesper Volstead, who is the NHL Rookie of the Month in November.
And you can see why.
6-0, a 9.67, and 3 shutouts in his last 6 starts. The Minnesota team hasn't lost in regulation since November 6th. 11-1-2. Puck gets to the middle, rolled on net, and the save by Volstead with the left pad on a weak shot from Mangiapane, and the puck to center ice. Brodin will shoot it in. That rims on the right. Eriksson Ek will shoot it high and wide. And that hit the glass, that hit the mesh, and now we get the whistle. I don't think they saw that right away, that it had hit the mesh. We're going to face off in the Oilers zone.
This line with Janmark and Henrique and Mangiapane, they've been okay. Created some looks offensively. Edmonton's won a lot of face-offs in this game, up around 67%, won 2/3 of the draws. And they've created, ironically enough, it was off a face-off loss. The only goal was scored, but Stuart Skinner would be the first to tell you he's got to have that from Brodin. It's a good shot by Brodin, but it was from distance unscreened.
Rimmed on the right, up to center ice. Janmark got it to the Minnesota line. It's bouncing around, brought in on the right wing, and Mangiapane will scoop it in behind the net. Volstead to play it. Mangiapane along the right wing boards. It goes to the point. Regula over to Nurse on the right, snaps it off the corner boards. It goes in behind the goal. Battling back there, Mangiapane squeezes it free. Janmark out to Henrique. A backhand that misses on the short side.
Even there, just how good his stick work is.
Puck goes off someone at the
hit the
Minnesota.
mic. The mic's knocked right off. It's
right off the glass.
Yeah.
So we get a whistle. With 10:23 to go in the third, 1-0 Wild lead.
Nothing wrong with Edmonton's game here in the second and third. I mean, the Oilers have got 22 shots on goal. 23 shots on goal now in 30 minutes. Just, this guy's locked in.
I don't know if they're going to have to bring some staff out to fix this or not. No, they just took that microphone off the top of the glass and handed it over to Philip Gustafson on the Wild bench. Good enough. Play on, I guess. So Nugent Hopkins will take this draw against Joel Eriksson Ek. Puck top of the circle. Getting to it was Boldy, flips it out, goes after it himself into the Oiler end, getting towards the net, penalty coming up. Skinner got it with a right pad, but Boldy got tied up by Nurse. And I think we get a penalty coming up to Darnell Nurse. And the Edmonton Oilers will be shorthanded for the second time in this game. Nurse will go off for a hold. As we've played 9:45 of the third, 1-0 Wild lead.
Give Boldy credit. I mean, he drove, he had his feet moving, Nurse. If you're an Oiler partisan and that's Connor McDavid, you're expecting a call. The only difference is he would have separated, or he would have been hauled down and they wouldn't have called it.
Oiler penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Face off to the right of Skinner.
This obviously is a huge kill for Edmonton. This guy doesn't look like he's going to give up 2 in regulation tonight, so quite sure at the talk what the delay was.
Whatever it was, they figured it out. Okay, face off to the right of Skinner. The puck goes in behind the Edmonton net. Over to the left for Savoy. He's able to shoot it down the ice.
Learned from the first power play when he didn't airmail the puck out of his zone.
William up to center, and he'll try to split the D. Got separated from it. Skinner to Savoy in the corner to Henrique. Wraps it up the left side and down the ice.
Henrique is so smart. He's going to get another contract. I'm not sure where it's going to be. It's UFA, but he can still play in this league. He's got the processor.
William at the Edmonton blue line, taken to the boards by Emberson. The puck dumped in. It comes in front of the net. Kaprizov poked it on goal. The stop by Skinner. Puck to the left wing point. Zuccarello across to Boldy on the right. Boldy off the right wing boards to the blue line. Zuccarello, top of the circle. Into the corner to Boldy. Boldy will bring it up to the hash marks on the right side. To Zuccarello in the middle. A shot, and that goes off of Pod Colson. And over to the right wing. Boldy cranks it around the boards on the left. Zuccarello after it. Emberson. Pod Colson, he gets dumped down. Puck goes to the side of the Edmonton net. No. Kulak will rim it. It won't get out. Boldy has it on the right wing. To the right wing corner. To the point for Bouillon on the right to Boldy. Boldy in that right wing corner. Eriksson in behind the net, but back to the point for Bouillon. Brings it to the middle. Bouillon with a shot. Tipped on goal. Saved by Skinner. The rebound, they're jamming away. Skinner's got it covered up, and he'll hold on. As everybody gathers in front of the Edmonton goal, 8:39 to go in the third. 1-0 the Wild lead, and there's 24 seconds left to go in the penalty to Darnell Nurse. And Skinner just able to keep that out, as that was loose for a moment.
Brett Kulak had time and space and didn't get anything on the clearing attempt, and Edmonton incredibly fortuitous that puck did not end up in the goal, and then
there's a redirection on the shot by Bouillon from the point. And it created a rebound, and it created traffic. Face off to the right of Skinner. There's a Wild pressing here with the man advantage. Lazar to take the draw. Now Hartman out of the face-off circle. In comes Johansson. The puck in their skates right to the middle of the ice, and it will go to Nugent Hopkins, who will then flip the puck into the Wild zone. Tarasenko through the middle, on the right for Faber, across to Tarasenko. Cross-ice pass to Spurgeon, got it into the Edmonton zone. Ekholm on the inboards, spun it to the corner. It does come loose, walking it in front of the net and having it go off his stick was Johansson. The puck cleared out, penalty is over. Hops over the stick of Nurse, and it goes into the right wing corner. Minnesota 0 for 2 on the power play. Faber in behind his net. Off the right wing boards to Johansson. Into the Oiler end. To Hartman, shot it wide. No. Puck goes to the left wing. Johansson on the right, around and pinching down, but Brodin unable to come up with it, and it does come out. Wow. Almost too many men on the ice for Minnesota. Boldy will bring the puck in through the slot. A shot, and that one was blocked. McDavid into the middle to Hyman. He'll come out with it through center. Right wing to Bouchard. Over the Wild line. Bouchard, a shot, and that one wide of the net.
He didn't see it. That's the first one he didn't see all game.
And might hit something as it hit the mesh when we get the whistle. We'll take a break. 7:25 to go in the third. 1-0. Wild lead the Oilers from Rogers Place in downtown Edmonton. It is Four Dealers NHL hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
During every Oilers game day, the Canadian Brewhouse is your hockey headquarters. Cheer on the blue and orange, surrounded by fans as passionate as you are, while sipping $1 off tankards of Molson Canadian and Coors Light. And that's not all. Every game day, you can enter to win Oilers home game tickets. So grab your crew, grab a seat, and make the Canadian Brewhouse your go-to spot this hockey season. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
Cybersecurity is not just IT, it's a business issue. One breach can halt operations and permanently damage trust. Business leaders choose AltTech because they understand the stakes. Their specialists design cyber-first IT systems that protect productivity, safeguard data, and support growth. From construction to nonprofits, Canadian organizations rely on AltTech to stay resilient in a digital-first world. Secure operations, strong reputation, sustainable growth. That is AltTech. Visit alttech.ca. That's ALT-TECH.ca.
Every year, carbon monoxide poisoning kills over 300 Canadians and hospitalizes many more. Carbon monoxide has no smell, taste, or color. But protecting yourself and your family isn't hard. A properly functioning carbon monoxide alarm can detect carbon monoxide and alert you to the danger. We've created a helpful carbon monoxide checklist to help you protect your household. Visit atco.com/co to learn more and download the checklist. ATCO.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app. This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon, Bob Stauffer here at Rogers Place. 1-0 Wild lead the Oilers. First period goal by Jonas Brodin. That has been it so far. 7:25 to go here in the third. Face-off in the Wild zone to the left of Volstad.
We've seen a lot of these over the years. These low-scoring games. Minnesota comes in. This is a classic road game. But what do you have to have when you're playing this type of game? Pucks. You got to have pucks. Stops. And he's stopping it all.
Comes out past Ekholm. And it will back into the Oiler end. Pick it up. Ekholm to Draisaitl, through center, on the right to Hyman, into the Wild end. Goes to the right wing corner for Draisaitl, swings it around on the left. Ekholm for McDavid, shoots it towards the net. Lots of traffic, but it doesn't get through. And Johansson to center ice, off the boards and in.
But that's the urgency that was not there in the first period. That has been there.
In the second and third for Edmonton as McDavid winds it up down the left wing, in over the line. The shot saved by Volstad. Puck on the right wing. McDavid's got it through the slot. He'll let it go. That hit in front off a Hyman. Kick just wide. Draisaitl, right wing corner. Up the right wing boards to the blue line for Bouchard. Left wing to Nurse. Nurse off the left wing boards. Got checked on the play, and it is cleared out. Pitlick was able to break that up, and Draisaitl at the Edmonton blue line. Through the middle of the ice, just missed Savoy. Bogosian up in the air and out. Regula goes in behind the Edmonton net. Up the right wing for Matt Savoy. The St. Albert product through the middle of the ice. To Nugent-Hopkins to Savoy. Savoy doesn't have a lane into the Wild end. Across to Regula. He'll shoot it in. Under 6 to go in the third. 1-0 Wild lead. Puck on the boards in Minnesota territory, and on the left wing, Kaprizov will get it out. Nurse inside his own blue line. Right wing to Regula. Jams it off the right wing boards to Savoy. He'll shoot it in. Podkolzin to recover it on the left wing. To the right to Regula. He's in from the blue line. In behind the net to Nugent-Hopkins. Nugent-Hopkins turns, centers it. It's in the slot, and it's chopped back to the point where Nurse will keep it in. Kaprizov on the left wing for Minnesota. Up in the air and out. At center ice, stepping up was Yamark, but he lost it, and the puck brought in on the left wing. Hartman to Kaprizov, in front to Hartman. Great save by Skinner. That hit Hartman in the leg and was going to go in. And Skinner, with a quick right pad save, keeps it out and keeps it just a 1-goal deficit. We're under 5 to go in the third. Up the right wing, it's squeezed to center. Trennan on the left wing will then shoot the puck in. Tarasenko, right side to the middle of the ice, hit a stick, goes up into the air. Edmonton will get it out. Through center, puck brought in on the right. Mangiapane to the right wing corner, going towards the net. Now on the right wing to Janmark to the point. Emerson shot, save made by Volstad, and he'll cover it up with 4:28 to go in the third. 1-0 Wild lead, but the Oilers are pressing. We'll take a break. We'll be right back to Rogers Place. It's Fort Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Looking for custom flags, banners, or canopy tents? Aurora Flags and Banners has a dedicated team to provide you with custom solutions and quality products. Aurora Flags has proudly serviced Canadian businesses and organizations for more than 30 years. Get a quote today at auroraflags.com.
Can an energy provider make you feel carefree? We think so, because who doesn't like to be surrounded by good energy? Great rates always. Gimmicks never. Perks that reward your loyalty, and energy experts who know what's what. Carefree just feels good. Encore by EPCOR, your carefree electricity and natural gas provider.
Customers are free to purchase natural gas or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822 toll-free.
I'm Ryan Nugent-Hopkins.
And I'm Zach Hyman.
And when we're not making juicy, sweet passes
or having my goals disallowed,
we're working for Legacy Heating and Cooling.
You know, guys used to call me a plumber.
And now they call you an HVAC technician.
Nice.
Hey, guys, you're not here to install furnaces. You're here to sing the jingle.
Oh. Well. Okay. Call Legacy. Call Legacy.
No payments and no interest for 1 year from qualified installers. Legacy Heating and Cooling. Looking for custom flags, banners, or canopy tents? Aurora Flags and Banners has a dedicated team to provide you with custom solutions and quality products. Aurora Flags has proudly serviced Canadian businesses and organizations for more than 30 years. Get a quote today at auroraflags.com.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
We are getting down to it. 4:28 to go here in the third. 1-0 Wild lead the Oilers. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer here at Rogers Place. Brodin scoring in the first period. That's been it. Face off to the left of Volstad. As Draisaitl, McDavid, and Hyman out there with Bouchard and Ekholm. Puck goes to Ekholm on the left wing point. Around the boards, hits McDavid. Kicks it up to his stick on the left. To the blue line to Ekholm. Cross to Bouchard. Bouchard sails it towards the net. It's blocked. It goes to the right wing corner. McDavid along the right wing boards to the blue line to Ekholm. His shot off of Boldy up in the air and out of play. A tightly contested affair here tonight,
to say the least.
Yep. Both teams played hard.
I think both coaches will be happy with how their teams have played.
Yep. Face off to the right of Volstad. Puck to the right wing corner. Rimmed by Faber. Coming down from the blue line was Bouchard. Then it is cleared out. Ekholm inside the Edmonton blue line. Through the middle to McDavid. Now to Hyman. Now to McDavid. Comes in on the right. To the point. To Bouchard. He'll walk in a bit. Give it to Hyman across. And the shot by Draisaitl partially blocked. Back to the blue line. Ekholm to Bouchard on the right wing to McDavid. Comes up across the top for Draisaitl. His shot just wide of the net with Hyman in front of it.
It's a breakaway.
Eriksson Ek will get it up in the air and down the ice. Won't be hard enough for icing. Right wing to Boldy. Boldy out of the right wing corner, comes in front of the net, lost it off his stick, and Skinner can cover it up with 3:22 to go in the third. 1-0 Wild lead.
So Ekholm was back defensively, got chopped across the pinky. You could tell right away the way he snapped his hand back. And then he got away with cleaving his man. Bouchard right down Main Street. And Hyman tried to back one, hand one in front, went right to Leon Draisaitl and Wallstad. Wallstad again with the right blocker save.
Face off to the right of Skinner.
He's been good.
Nurse behind the goal, rims up the left, off of Podkolzin, and that's going to be icing against Edmonton. It's the start of the road trip for the Wild. They'll go to Calgary, Vancouver, and Seattle as well. For the Oilers, the start of a 5-game homestand. Seattle here Thursday, Winnipeg here Saturday. Regula rims it on the right wing, off of Savoy and out. And Savoy at center ice, able to shoot it in. Wallstad right corner to Spurgeon, right side. Zuccarello will get it out on the backhand. It's a bouncing puck at the Edmonton blue line for Alec Regula. To the middle for Nugent Hopkins. Left wing, Podkolzin comes into the Minnesota and he'll center it, and that's off a stick. Puck to the end boards. Spurgeon just trying to tie it up. It's wedged free. Goes to the left wing. Along the left wing boards with Middleton. Puck cleared out. Regula at center ice to Savoy. He'll shoot it in on the backhand. Go off for a change. Middleton on the left wing for Johansson. And Johansson will flip it to the Edmonton blue line. Matthias Janmark turning it up with 2:25 to go here in the third. 1-0 Wild lead. On the left wing for Mangiapane into the Wild zone. Stops on the left to the blue line for Kulak. Off the corner boards over to the right. On the right wing, Janmark. Puck squeezes to the middle of the ice. Tarasenko is able to come up to center ice, then boot it into the Oilers zone. Emberson behind the net, sweeps it up the right for Janmark. One touching it, gets to Majapani taken to the boards. Puck gets to the middle and poked out to center.
Oilers need a change here. They got to get their big guns on the ice.
With a minute 45 to go here in the third. 1-0 Wild lead.
I don't even think they'll wait here for...
Skinner's already now skating to the Edmonton bench. Draisaitl dumping it in. To the left wing corner, Echo behind the net. It gets to Draisaitl in front of the goal. Pinball's just wide. To the right wing point, Bouchard. Now to Draisaitl, top of the circle on the right wing. To the blue line, Bouchard is shot, and he hammers it wide. Puck into the left wing corner. Kaprizov to Eriksson Ek, bounce it to the line. Kept in by Bouchard, left wing for Ekholm. Off the left wing boards to McDavid, now to Bouchard, right wing to Draisaitl, to Bouchard, thought about shooting it, gave it to Draisaitl. On the right wing, a shot save made by Volstead. Puck in the right wing corner. We're into the last minute here in the third. Oilers down by 1, and the puck tied up in the corner. Nugent Hopkins trying to work this thing free. It does come free. Eriksson Ek had it in his skates, and Nugent Hopkins to the point, to Bouchard. Comes across the line to get away from Boldy. Now at the line and knocked down, and the puck turned over, and it will be a penalty as McDavid got knocked down at the blue line. It would have been an empty net for the Wild, but Edmonton gets a power play here with 40 seconds to go in the third and down by 1. David got up slowly. Boldy goes to the penalty box.
Minor penalty tripping.
Well, you got to win the draw. That's a given. 41 seconds left. Edmonton all over them. At one point, they said the Oilers had 34 shots. They've dropped it down to 32 here.
Oilers call timeout. Give those guys a little bit of a breather. Oilers get their third power play of the game. They are down 1-0 here with 41 seconds to go.
The Oilers have won 60% of the faceoffs in this game. You know Draisaitl's going to take it for Edmonton. He's 9-8. Nugent Hopkins is 11-2 in faceoffs in this game. Ryan Hartman, 3-11. Eriksson Ek, 8-10. I envision it's going to be Draisaitl against Eriksson Ek.
All right, face-off to the right of Volstead.
And what's got to happen here, you know what? I was at home. I mean, Eriksson Ek is so good on face-offs. Could you have got him off the ice there? Coincidentals? What do you think? Well, it's not going to... It's going to be Sturm.
Yeah.
Against Draisaitl. Sturm 6-3.
Oilers win it. Puck goes to Bouchard. Gets to the middle of the ice. Left wing. Nugent Hopkins a shot, and that doesn't get through. Nugent Hopkins wraps it around to the right wing point. 30 seconds left. On the right wing off the stick of McDavid. It's into the corner. They're trying to get it free. It goes to Eriksson Ek, and on the backhand, he'll dump it down the ice. 20 seconds left as Bouchard picks it up. Starts up the right wing to McDavid. In over the Wild line. On the right side to the middle. A pass hits a stick, and it comes out. 7 seconds left. Draisaitl got the puck in. It gets into the skates of Faber. He'll take it to the corner. Hit by Hyman, and the game is over. And the Wild will hold on for a 1-0 victory over the Edmonton Oilers here at Rogers Place.
You got the face-off win. You never got the puck to the net. And you look at the game against Seattle, and the power play went 2 for 2. And the penalty killing went 6 for 6, and Stuart Skinner was the Oilers' best penalty killer. Tonight, Jesper Wallstedt was the best penalty killer for the Minnesota Wild. He won them the hockey game.
4th shutout of the season, 5th of his NHL career.
It's unreal.
And this is just his 15th game in his NHL career. And he's got 5 shutouts.
And Skinner had a decent start. He did.
Stuart Skinner played very well.
Just would like to have the one that went in.
Wow.
I mean, it was
if you hold the opposition to one goal,
you're right.
It's a pretty good start.
Got to find a way to score for them.
Yeah.
And they didn't tonight. And you might argue the Oilers lost this hockey game in October 2021. You might argue that. But anyways, I mean,
you're firing up Twitter right now. That's just getting it going.
Here's the
That's
deal.
Logs on the fire.
Both goalies were really good at this game, and they got the only goal. And Edmonton had their chances. What do I call this guy? The Wall of St. Paul? He looked like it tonight. He was terrific.
That's the first time this season the Oilers have been shut out. As they lose this one, 1-0.
I didn't mind Edmonton's game, though.
No, I thought the Oilers played quite well. It generated a ton of chances. They hit a crossbar in the second period. Matthias Ekholm on the power play generated chances when they had the man advantage. They did everything but score. I mean, there was a period of time in the first period where Minnesota was carrying the play. But beyond that, Edmonton carried a lot of it. Unfortunately, you come out on the wrong side of it tonight, but it wasn't from lack of effort. It was...
No, they played good. They had a real good second and third period and got going and gave themselves a chance, and Stuart Skinner gave them a really good start.
Yeah.
Just the other guy was one save better tonight, and he was good. And, sometimes that happens. A guy comes up, first go around with everybody. I mean, this is a goaltender last year that was at .879 in the American Hockey League. Now, they had a bad team in Iowa.
Yeah.
But this guy, just the reaction of their players said it all. They know he stole one here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so Seattle, Jason Botterill's already here, the general manager of the Kraken. There's no surprises between the two teams. They've already met twice in Seattle this year. Kraken won 3-2. Edmonton gave up 3 goals off the rush in that game. And then the Oilers shut the Kraken out 4-0 on Saturday. And I think Edmonton looks like a different team with Nugent Hopkins centering the third line. Be very intrigued to see. I'm going to assume Skinner's going to get the start again. He's given up 1 goal in the last 2 games. I think we'll see Joey Decord for the Seattle Kraken. So be very intrigued to see. There it is.
On the TV, just showing the
trade.
The trade there, where Jesper Wallstedt.
The Oilers trading the 20th overall pick to Minnesota. The Oilers got Borgo, and they at the 22nd pick and a third rounder, Luka Munzenberger. Neither of those 2 players is with the team, with the organization anymore. And tonight, Wallstedt, he is the Wall of St. Paul. He gets the victory, and Edmonton drops to 11-11-5.
Volstead improves to 8-0-2 this year. He's won his last 7 straight starts. That's his 4th shutout of the season, 5th of his NHL career. He has played all of 15 games in the NHL. That is amazing. So Minnesota, they improve to 15-7-5 on the year. Edmonton drops to 11-11-3. Jonas Brodin, the goal scorer, came in the first period. That was it. 1-0. The Wild defeat the Edmonton Oilers here at Rogers Place in our Rogers postgame show. It's coming up next.
Exclusive live interviews, expert analysis, and game highlights. This is the Rogers postgame show. Once again, here's Bob Stauffer on the Oilers Radio Network.
Draisaitl, high slot, left wing to Ekholm. He'll walk in a bit. He'll rip it off the crossbar. And the puck to the right point. Draisaitl to McDavid.
That's as close as Edmonton came to scoring tonight. A crossbar from Matthias Ekholm. That's a Century Casino highlight zone, all in, all games, all season. Century Casino, 3 great locations. Edmonton, St. Albert, next to the Edmonton International Airport at Century Mile. Welcome to the Winner's Zone. No Alberta Blue Cross travel insurance, goal of the game. Health, dental, travel. We got the coverage you need. Visit ab.bluecross.ca. From the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth, this is the Rogers postgame show on the Oilers Radio Network.
When the Oilers are on the ice, the big hits are a part of the game. But they shouldn't be a part of your drive. If you've been injured in a car collision, let James H. Brown & Associates and their over 200 years of combined injury law experience help you. Locally owned and proud Edmonton Oilers fans, James H. Brown & Associates is ready to support you with their unrivaled experience, unrivaled results, and unrivaled commitment. When accidents happen, head to jameshbrown.com.
Every year, Janet hosts a dinner. Some of her friends have lost their partners. Some can't make the drive to see their families for the holidays. So they come to her. In 2021, Janet's home was one of many in Western BC that flooded. It looked like her dinner wasn't going to happen that year. Until the Canadian Red Cross helped get her back in her home in time to host. Help keep traditions like Janet's alive this holiday season. Donate at redcross.ca and have your donation triple matched.
You're tuned in to the Rogers postgame show on the official voice of the Edmonton Oilers, 880 CHED, and on the Oilers Radio Network.
All right, that's Springerboard Inside the Game analyst Rob Brown. The Oilers losing tonight 1-0. They outshoot Minnesota 33-24. Rob, the process was there, in my opinion, for the Oilers, especially as the game wore on. The result was not.
Well, they ran into a goaltender that game as advertised. He's good. I mean, it's a small sample size for us. It's the first time we've seen him play.
Yeah.
But he looked controlled. He looked calm.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him play. We saw him play. It's the first time we've seen him play in the NHL.
Well, yes, I don't follow anything but the National Hockey League.
You didn't watch the World Juniors? He was in two of them in Edmonton.
Yeah, who did he play for? Sweden?
Yes.
Probably not. I won't remember that. That's a long time ago. I analyze Oiler games, so I'm analyzing him. And you know what I love about his game? I mean, the fact that he kept all the pucks out of the net. He plays the puck well.
Can he ever handle it?
Like, he got his team out of trouble a few times. He's a nice goaltender to watch play. This is a team that plays with structure. What I like about them in front of the net, and I talked with Brendan, if there's a puck on net, the defensemen do not look for the puck. They take away men. They take away sticks. And they allow the goaltender, Wallstedt, to find it. So they're not allowing the Oilers to get second or third chances because the defensemen are completely taking those players away. That's a great example of how to play defensive hockey in the blue paint. To me, this game was won on great goaltending, but also the Oilers lost a couple opportunities. They had two power plays with no shots. The one in the second period, they just got no shots on it. They just tried to pass it around. And then in the third period, Bouchard, who should have shot a number of times in the second, he started with a more shooter mentality that created chances. But even on the 6-on-4, they got to take the puck to the net and just create havoc in front. Connor McDavid, who rarely makes a bad play, twice tried forcing plays. They don't get the puck on net, and a Minnesota Wild team escaped with a victory, but they are a well-coached hockey team that understands what their system is, and you said before the game, don't allow the Minnesota Wild to get the lead. They got the lead, and then they sat on it behind good goaltending.
There you go. All right, Seattle return engagement. Jason Botterill already here for the game. The Kraken on Thursday. I don't mind what we're seeing out of Edmonton the last couple games here.
They've been very good defensively. They're not giving up grade A scoring chances. They're much more predictable in their own end. You get 33 shots time and time again, you're going to score more than 0 goals. I mean, they played a smart hockey game. The last two games that the Oilers played, that's how they were successful the last 2 years defensively, limiting what the other team had, and then eventually their power play normally will come through for them. This is a much better controlled hockey club in the last 2 games, the last 6 periods, than we saw in the previous 24. The puck's going to find the back of the net. A lot of players looked very good in this hockey game tonight. Trent Frederick, they're trying to get him going. They threw him up with Connor and Leon a couple times.
Totally made sense. Clattenburg really got a reduced role.
Well, and that's the one problem. And we have, I'm sure you get on your show, but we get a lot after the game. They can't send Clattenburg down. What are they doing? He's too important. The problem for Clattenburg, he doesn't play special teams.
Yeah.
And if you don't play special teams, you're on the fourth line in a close game. It's hard finding you the ice time. So he was noticeable in the shifts that he had, but as this game moved on, we saw less and less of him. A lot of things that you liked about this game. The penalty killing was good. The goaltending was good. They created a number of good scoring chances. If you play the way they did tonight, they're going to win more than they lose.
Yes.
So this is I think this is, even though it's a loss, I think this is back-to-back really good games for the Oilers. Those are stepping stones going forward.
All right, Rob, great stuff.
Sounds good, Bob.
This is the Rogers postgame show on the Oilers Radio Network.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. You know, Alberta's a special place. From the Rockies to the Plains, it's a land of hard work and big dreams. If you're going to tackle it all, you need a truck that can keep up. That's why I can't say enough about my Ford F-150. It's more than a truck. It's a partner. Rugged toughness, serious capability, and smart features that make your life easier, like available Pro Power onboard. The Ford F-150. Get yours today at your Alberta Ford dealer and tell them PB sent you.
Zach from Epcor here. When winter rolls in, my family's outside skating, tobogganing, and enjoying the season. But stormwater ponds aren't the place. These ponds protect our neighborhoods from flooding year-round. Even in winter, the water keeps moving under the surface, making the ice unpredictable and unsafe. Edmonton has safe spots to skate and sled, like my favorite, the Rundle Park Iceway in Toboggan Hills. Stay back, stay off, stay safe. A note from your neighbors at EPCOR.
To the fans who bleed orange and blue, never miss a game, and are always on the edge of their seat. Show your passion for the Oilers and cheer on the team at Molson Oilers Game Day Live. Attend throughout the season for your chance to win 2026-27 Edmonton Oilers season seats. Be there for the next Game Day Live event on December 9th at Timeout Pub. For the full event schedule and to RSVP to the Ultimate Oilers Watch Party, visit OilersGameDayLive.com. This is the Rogers Postgame Show on the Oilers Radio Network.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments, no interest per year. The smart play of the game brought to you by Catelli's Smart Pasta with the all-natural ingredients. It's the smart move for your next meal. Look for the all-natural ingredients flag on the box the next time you shop. We're going to give it today to Matthias Ekholm because he's the closest guy that came to scoring because he put it to the net. And the Oilers started putting pucks more to the goal when they realized they weren't going to. Minnesota defended well. Edmonton also didn't shoot enough in the first period. They made the adjustment, and then they ran into Jesper Wallstedt. To the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. Red Wings hold on for a 5-4 victory over Boston. The Islanders beat the Lightning 2-1. Rangers, a home win against Dallas 3-2. Maple Leafs, Troy Stetcher, goal and assist. The Leafs beat the Panthers 4-1. Predators 5-1 over the Calgary Flames. Reed Schaefer's first NHL goal. He, of course, is a player the Oilers sent to Nashville, along with Tyson Barrie, and another number one to get Matthias Ekholm. Colorado Avalanche 3-1 win over the Vancouver Canucks. And here at Rogers Place, Jonas Brodin scored the lone goal, and Jesper Wallstedt made a total of 33 saves for the shutout as the Wild win 1-0. Edmonton Oil Kings Friday at home against the Red Deer Rebels. Sunday is Teddy Bear Toss against the Prince Albert Raiders. It'll be a great game. We're coming. Are we coming? You going to come to that game? Oh, yeah, Mooner, you're coming to that game? The Raiders and the Oil Kings are the top two teams in the Eastern Conference, and Bakersfield tomorrow night in action against Tucson. This is a Rogers postgame show on the Oilers Radio Network.
Whether you're building a home, a community, or championship team, it doesn't happen overnight. It happens one step, one shift, one brick at a time. Coventry Homes, never done building. The official builder of the Edmonton Oilers, proudly celebrating 50 years. Visit coventryhomes.ca.
This hockey season, let the fun extend beyond the ice with Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code OIL50. That's code OIL50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today and find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play.
All right, let's go to the Molson Canadian 3 Stars, brought to you by Molson, the official beer of the Edmonton Oilers. Whether it's Canadian, Ultra, Export, or Excel, there's a Molson with your name on it. You must be of legal drinking age. Third star, he got the only goal in the game, Jonas Brodin. Second star with 23 saves, Stuart Skinner. First star tonight for the Minnesota Wild with 33 saves was Jesper Wallstedt, a man Edmonton passed on in the 2021 NHL draft. Rogers postgame show is heard following each of our NHL broadcasts. The Oilers return to action on Thursday. Return engagement with Seattle, who they shut out 4-0 on Saturday. For my play-by-play partners, Cam Moon, Jack Michaels, Rob Brown, Brendan Escott, Aiden Gannon. Studio producers, Kellen Kennedy at the helm tonight, and Eamon Asham. And ace engineer, Troy Bowler. Bob Stauffer saying, so long, everybody from Rogers Place. Oilers play well, but lose 1-0 to the Wild.
The The Rogers postgame show is heard following each of our NHL broadcasts. Portions of this exclusive broadcast are brought to you by Ford, official partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Ready, set, Ford. Molson, official beer of the Edmonton Oilers. Whether it's Canadian, Ultra, Export, or Excel, there's a Molson with your name on it. Must be legal drinking age. And Rogers, this is our game.
To the net, backhander score!
This live play-by-play broadcast is intended for the private entertainment of our audience. Any rebroadcast without the expressed written consent of the Oilers Entertainment Group is strictly prohibited. All games, all...
Here's Eriksson, a good chance on the slide. Shouldered away by Stuart Skinner. Tough early test. Now McDavid breaks in on his backhand ditches, and a save made. Volstead had time to get over and stop Emberson. I mean, that's the body getting in front of that one. Good stick by Spurgeon. They're also missing a young player they like by the name of Danila Yurov, who's been playing at times first-line center for Minnesota. Here's Curtis Lazar, back door, and a quick shot, sharp angle, and a save made. Maple Leafs in the Mammoth. And a blast by Brodin off the draw beats Skinner glove side, and Minnesota takes a 1-0 lead with Draisaitl and McDavid on the ice. Offensive zone face-off, one cleanly back, and he just ripped this one. It's just, he steps into it. I mean, this one comes directly back to him, and he just lets this one go. It's Sturm with the win. He wins this one cleanly, dribbles right back. I don't think it tips, maybe a tiny screen in the high slot, but it's because he just blasts this one through. We'll take a look. Fly-by screen in the high slot. That's exactly what it is. It's a little help, stick in the lane. Turnover as that one's scooped up by Skinner on the wrister off the face-off. Here's Ekholm using a screen from Savoy. Bouchard to Connor McDavid. Beautiful drag move to the net. Backdoor redirected, and then a save on Savoy. Wallstedt shrugs that one off with the shoulder. Here's McDavid looking backdoor. Savoy was wide open. I think Hyman trying to kick that one to his stick. If it goes through, I think Savoy's right there looking to tickle the rafters. Probably gets a pretty good look. But Wallstedt was right there. Louis, the Wild Five have been out there for minute 10. Draisaitl wins the faceoff. So let's see how Minnesota handles this. Bouchard to Draisaitl. Saucered over to Ekholm. Loads and fires one off the post. Ekholm blast. He walks in. If you're allowed to walk into the dot, why not give it a try? And that's exactly what he does. In the corner. Time down to 55 seconds. Finally rolls out to Bouchard. Now McDavid. Draisaitl in front. Backhander. Hyman stuffed. Rebound. McDavid put it into an area. Out to Bouchard. A blast and a save made. Time to go in the second. 1-0 Minnesota. Wallstedt able to deny Zach Hyman. Kind of soccered away by Hartman. And now a giveaway. Savoy against Spurgeon. Inside to Henrique. To the net. And Wallstedt held his ground. Rebound. Through the blue paint. Carried off the corner boards out to Bogosian. Now a chance for Zuccarello. Point blank. And a save up near the clavicle made by Skinner. He'll squeeze it to hug that post. Little forechecking here by Hartman, and Zuccarello never really looks at Skinner, so he's looking at Kaprizov the whole time selling paths. Adam Henrique wedges one behind the Minnesota net. Grabbed it back, tried to sneak it through Wallstedt. Apparently it was the effects mic that fell into the bench there they were laughing about. Here's Boldy. Bulldozing his way in, and I think he's drawn a penalty on Nurse for a hold. Power play, they weren't really amounting to a whole lot, but the power play gave them some life. And Boldy, who, as you mentioned, hasn't had a ton of chances in this one, good stick right there to bobble this puck in the air, and then as he's trying to stay with it. That's why he's quarterback in the top power play unit, by the way. And Eriksson in front, and a one-touch from Kaprizov got through to Skinner. Power play 24% coming in. William a shot, deflected, save, Skinner rebounded the blue paint, hacking and whacking, and Skinner splayed out. Kulak, Emberson was in there too. Here it is. Eriksson, that's a big human. Bounces right off at him, and as he comes down, he kind of shoves the pad of Skinner. That would have been an interesting review for me. If you watch his stick, he goes right into the pad, lands on him.
I don't know if that would have been able to count, but he was shoved. Sorry, that's a pretty good shove by Emerson that puts him in there.
And then Zuccarello was stopped by Skinner. Did Zuccarello try to head that one? He did.
Sure.
Chipped up the left-hand side.
Yeah,
You've got Hartman.
No, I'm getting up above you.
Kaprizov in front, redirects it just wide. David looking for Hyman. Takes the puck in, tried to feed the point. Here's Bouchard breaking loose down low, back here. And that was stopped by Volstead.
The right players on the ice. Here's a great little toe drag right here by Bouchard that threads this one through for Hyman. That's a couple chances.
Back to center, but that's all. Bouchard will move it to Draisaitl. Play is onside. Faber with a chance to eat it. He'll take it into the corner. And the horn goes. And Minnesota has survived 1-0.
The Edmonton Oilers finally get some time on home ice as they step into a 5-game homestand, kicking things off against the Minnesota Wild, who are currently on an 11-game point streak. But this is an opportunity for the Edmonton Oilers to be able to build some momentum that started on Saturday in Seattle.
Well, I think last game was a step in the right direction, certainly. Looked like more the group that we want to be and how we want to play. So, but one game is one game. You got to do it over a span of time. And tonight is obviously a good opponent and great chance to follow it up.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I think this stretch at home here is really big, and the whole month, I guess, leading into Christmas will be big for us. But you can see kind of all over the league, I feel like there's a lot of teams kind of going through what we're going through. And I do think that all the teams pretty much will go through it at some point. It just so happens that we've gone through it early in the year, the last couple of years. So not what you want, but at the end of the day, you have a lot of time to fix it, and that's where we're at right now. But yeah, like you said, it needs to happen. It needs to happen now because it's going to start moving here quick.